Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in to the new. We're doing a new thing today. Starting the Sunday series. We'll be doing, as you see, if you look at the introduction or the information, we're starting with Sheffield. They are currently in the Northern Counties League, East League. Yeah, one of those. Premier Division. I don't know where they go to for right now. I think this is like 2 leagues below. If you go into here. No, that's not what I wanted. You go into here. Yes. If you go into here, you see that we are in the county leagues and above. So we have 3 divisions till we get to there, and that's where we want to get to first. Actually, we want to get to here first. Then we go into the top. But that's what we're starting out to do. We're starting in Sheffield. I set it up last night. I'm so disappointed that I started that other league, the other one I'm doing when I did, because now somebody went out and did the same guy I use to get my the overall thing. They went out and did the women's, and we actually have women's all the way down through, all the way down through now, through like 7 in a lot of countries. They did like 61 countries now have women. Didn't do the women in America, did the women in England, anywhere else you can think of, they did it, but not in America, which kind of disappoints me. But then it's kind of like doing an American league in the thing. It's you have to build it up, which is cool. But anyway, we are here. It's gonna get ugly out today. Thunderstorms, all that good shit today. Okay, so we are starting here. We are in that league. Where did I go? Collision. They want us to. What is it there? They said that they want us to finish in the mid-table. They want us to finish mid-table. Okay, we could probably do that. That's what I was looking for in the first place, was this one. It's different. I don't know why it looks any different. So the way we're going to do this is going to be a little different. The furthest they've ever been was to second. Or, no. Let's see. They won this twice. They won the Division 1 twice. The highest they've ever been in this league, I think, was 4th. If I read that right. Where the hell did it go? So, I knew that was coming, excuse me. God, I hate my fucking sinuses in this time of day, this time of year. God, I hate it. Yeah, just a little. Those are here for this. Just hang on the damn hell. Wish there was a different way to do this.
Huh?
It makes no sense the way they did this.
I hate it.
It's stupid.
They had it perfect on PS4.
Huh?
They had it perfect on PS4.
Yeah, they did. I need my 2 cords yet. Just in case. But I know I'm gonna need them eventually.
As long as they fill it.
You can take the one out of the front. I don't think it even fucking works to charge the hair. You got one upstairs?
If you've had it on the charger, haven't you?
I did.
Then it's fine.
I don't know that it's fine though, but if you need one, you better have one. I need these for my phones because one will be fine, the other won't be. Anyway, so the highest they've ever been was 4th in the. That means that they've just been promoted to this year. Before we get started on anything, this is where we're going to find out. We're going to find out where we're going to finish, where we're predicted to finish. Hello. What the fucking hell are you doing? Ah, see how that works. You go where I tell you. So these are the teams that are in here. Albion, Barton Town, Beverly Town, Batsford Town, Campion, Eccles Hill United, Frickley Athletic, Golcar, Handsworth, Horbury Town, Knaresborough Town, Liversedge, Parkgate, Pennystone, it is Pennystone, Pickering Town, Rossington, Maine, Sheffield, Tadcaster, Albion, Thackley, and Wombwell Town. So those are the teams that are in this. Right now, before we do anything to this team, the media is predicting us right now to finish in 2nd. Boom. 2-1 odds. That's pretty good. And I think we were just promoted. I see it don't show you that. That kind of pisses me off. They used to show that. I think they were just promoted this year. So, now we're going here and do our thing. No, we ain't done anything on this yet. I haven't even started I just loaded it, put it in there, and we're going. Now, I can't fucking breathe, sorry. It's the weather. 1 minute it's one way, the next minute it's something else. They're just killing me. What the fuck is that? That's my glasses. Okay, so we gotta do we're gonna accept this because we already know mid-table. And one thing I forgot to look at that I really want to look at is we have 3 affiliated clubs. We have a affiliation with Parkgate and Hallam that are below us, and Sheffield Wednesday, which is our big daddy, club. So yeah, we got 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. Hello. Let's see. Where was it? Where's it at? Match day. It's gonna be a match day. Competition. So we're in the Northern County League Premier Division. We are in the FA Cup, the FA Vase, and the NCEL Cup, League Cup. Now, you remember, right? Back to Cheddar. I believe Cheddar came through this one. It was off of. They weren't in. I don't remember them being in this, but we were in that cup. Somebody was in that cup we played as. Got 73,000. We have a full coaching staff, I hope, but I kind of doubt it. We can place an advert here for a head performance analysis. We could place an advert here for a scout, and we can do advert for a head physio. So then we're going to do those right off the bat. It gets to be real interesting here because this team is a bitch. It is a bitch to do this team. Poor stadium, poor training facilities, poor youth facilities. We have basic corporation facilities, meaning that this team is a pain in the ass to go with. It's hard to do this team because we got one person again. Oh no, we got one. Oh, I can't figure that out. So this team is going to be very fun. We are semi-professional, I believe. I hope so. Yeah, we're semi-professional. I think they've been semi-professional. At least I hope they've been semi-professional for a while. Let's see. Go back to this. We ain't doing that yet. tactics. Oh, I gotta do that one. So I do gotta do the intro. I don't like the fact that you can't get out of this. We're going with mine. They want to do Route 1. And what would it be that they like so much? What they suggested for everything is suggested is a 4-3-3 DM1. I don't think I found one yet that isn't a 4-3-3 DM1. I'm changing it anyway. It doesn't matter. Confirm. I want to have my own. I'm going with all mine, I think, this time. Okay, why are you hanging out over there? Okay, so this is what the team's going to look like. I have no idea what we have. That's the other thing I'm going to do. I'll do it after this. It doesn't really matter because it's the first year. We got under 18s. Well, good. We only have one under 18s. Thank God that's all we have. Because I get so tired of having 50 million players on a team. Or 50 different things that you don't really need. So we've got Pollard is our goalkeeper. Pretty decent looking goalkeeper. I'm not putting Quacky or anybody in this one. They're not going to have that on this. This is going to be straight up just doing with what they have and what they don't have and what's available in real life. We're not doing the whole add players in on this. If you want to do that, you can wait until tomorrow or, whenever that is, but we're not doing it on this. None of that kind of stuff applies. This looks like it could be a halfway decent team. Like I say, the major problem with this team is the board. The chairman of the board is a bitch. You have to be very careful because what happens is we got all these other players and they didn't even come close to being picked, and they should have all been able to be picked. That kind of sucks. Randomly picking them. I got some of everybody. So that's what it looks like there. We're not going to put the other ones in just yet. We'll do this as we go along. I'm going to do it a little different this time. I'm going to start with this one. We're going to go with this one for a little bit. We're going to see what we got for, I'm going to let them, we're going to do the far post, in-swinger. I like in-swingers myself, so we'll stay with that. We're going to do, I'm going to do the preference. I don't know if we have a coach. I didn't see that we have a coach or not. And we're going to go through and we're going to not worry. I got to turn the air conditioner on. This is getting a little bit warm in here. It's going to be humid all day because of the rain. So, alrighty then. So we've got that set up. Our penalty takers, this should be interesting. I don't think the under 18s are in any kind of competition yet, so that means I can keep them up with us all year long and I don't have to worry about it. Now, I gotta set up, the games are going to be set up differently because we're not running the games. We're not going to watch the games unless it's a major, really good, important game that we want to that comes up that we want to watch. We're going to go through this at months at a time. We're not going to go month at a time, but we're going to go a month at a time. We're not going to watch any games. We're going to let it go through and let the computer handle that. Me, don't do it. Our training, we are part-time. I'm not going to do it like others do where they just go ahead and they'll like we're doing a thing where we just don't control it at all. We're going to control everything else. We're going to still be the same as we are normally, but we're just not going to go through and do welcome to Sheffield. Yeah. 1857, oldest football team. The rules of the English League came from them. They've never been in the English League. This is the highest they've ever been. This is the highest they've ever been. I've got them here before. I got them, well, this is 8th, 7th, 6th, yeah. 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, yeah. Yeah, this is the 9th league. I got them to the 10th league. I got them to the 9th league before. Got them to turn professional. And semi-professional, semi-professional. I can't remember which one it was. And immediately got fired a month later because the best player on the team didn't like me because I didn't give him what he wanted. And you gotta watch the timing. You gotta watch the timing when you turn professional. And here's the reason why. I asked them to turn professional in the middle of the summer because we won a league. We went up. We just destroyed the league we started out in. I think they started in the United Counties Northern League Premier Division. Is where they went 23. They were a lot further down. So we kicked ass in that. We did what we needed to do. We got put up. We had a good player we brought in, and I gave them. You always try to sign your players at the beginning before the season starts, so you know what players you have. And I signed all my players to contracts, and then they turned professional on my ass. Damn it. But yeah, so because I ended up not being able to give him the extra contract that he wanted, and he turned everybody on me. I had a great thing. I had all this, had all that. Was doing as much as I could. That son of a bitch turned them on me, and then they started. I lost the locker room. Yeah, so you gotta be careful when you do that. I usually try to ask, and the sad part is you can ask them at the beginning of, like, I asked right after we won the title. Because we won the title, we won a tournament, I think, we won 2 things. We were cruising, we were good, we're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And they got pissed. I wonder if I can say anything to convince these guys to not be such pains in the ass. They never like what I got to say. I don't think I've ever come out of a team meeting where I've changed anybody's mind into being like behind me from meeting the team the very first time. Never, not one time that I can remember. I was checking out Oi Oi Frenchie today. I think he's doing one of the hardest saves I could think you could do. He's doing Build a Nation, but he's doing it in Vietnam. Oh wow, that would be tough. See, I thought about doing a meet to build a nation in America because our men's team is not good. I did this wrong, but I'm sticking with it now. I did that wrong. I'm going to regret that. And doing a. But yeah, so you gotta watch when that comes in. You gotta pay attention to a lot of different things. Like I said, this team's got players that are, they I think, oh God, I hope they just didn't do it, and I hope it doesn't do that to me like it does in the past. And I know my under 18s aren't. Yeah, you're a douchebag. Get off my stream. Banned. Oh no, he got banned. How did that happen? I don't know. The button. I hit a button, don't know which one it was. Yeah, so you gotta pay close attention to that, and because it will get you. And like with this team, we got. I don't need a recruitment. I don't know what I need yet, but we will before the time comes. Trust me. And I only got one scout, so I really can't do recruitment yet. Let's see what our fixture schedule looks like. We've got friendly. Oh, I'm gonna throw a friendly in here. Arrange a friendly. We can't go before now. Our first friendly is against Drawnfield. Let's see what we can do. You know what? We can get. I want. I know I won't probably get to do this. We're gonna try to do this one on the 30th. On the 30th. We can't do the 30th. Can we do the 24th? We can't do the 24th. Shit. I'm gonna make a little bit of money from this one. Make 10 grand. If we can set it up on the right date, we can on the 30th. We'll do the 30th for that one. That kind of sucks. So that'll give us 2, 4, 6. I need one more. And I can do one more. August. What's the first? Our first match is the 9th, so we can't go past. So we'll do the 30th and the 3rd. Hell yeah. And we'll do Sheffield Wednesday on the 30th, on the 3rd, at home. Because we can. You get to do your affiliate. That's the thing. You get to do the affiliate clubs. I should do the Harlem one. Should be away, but I'm doing it at home because I can. Yeah. They didn't accept it. Huh. Okay, so yeah, so you gotta. There's a lot of different things that can go crazy in here, and then they saw Holland didn't accept it, so don't think they're gonna take that one. I will get that one. I'll go with you. I'll go see if I can offer it up to them away, and maybe they'll take it. You didn't show it. What the hell? Okay, I don't know what's going on with that.
So we got to play. We go up against. We had a friendly tomorrow.
Damn, we starting off quick. They didn't give me a chance to get in here and do nothing. We got a friendly one day later. I think.
Yeah, we can't. That sucks.
So yeah, we do this today. And we come back and we get to our first game as Lincoln United. Because we got fired. I got fired. I can't believe I got fired by I couldn't do nothing. They just couldn't win. Okay. We don't watch friendlies anyway. But that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in and we're gonna do this on. We're just gonna go through games, zip through them, not have to worry about it. And we're gonna try to do a month a Sunday, depending. We might do 2 months, depending on how fast it goes. It should run a lot faster because it's a lot better. There's not as I don't know what happened, but there's not as much in it as there was in the other one. Looks like we tied. Oh, we tied. It's okay. Mangum is our goal scorer right there, boy. That'll work. Oh, we'll be adding the other two things. We'll just be adding them as we get to them. I don't know what happened to the Sheffield Wednesday match. September 3rd? Why the fuck would it be on September 3rd? Okay, what's September 3rd look like? No wonder I can't find the goddamn thing. It's all the way down here in September. That's not where I wanted it. Can't cancel it now either. They won't let me cancel it. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, we're playing that there. So, arrange a friendly. We're going to go to, that was not supposed to happen. July 30th. Confirm. Away. Confirm. Affiliate club. We're going to go away to Holland. That was not supposed to happen. Yeah, I can't cancel that motherfucker. We're gonna play at Sheffield. Now that one we might actually watch. We're going to Sheffield Wednesday. And Sheffield Wednesday is in the Champions. Sky Bet Champions. So it's in this championship. So it's the team where we can actually go in and we can go to Sheffield Wednesday and we can grab players and try to blown players down if we want. They're not going to do it this far down. I don't think they will send anybody down. We can try. And then if we got players that we want to loan out that we don't want to, so we can send them to Parkgate or to Holland. So, Holland accept. There you go. So there's our 2, 4, 6. So we're going to run this one more time. One more time. It's the normal bullshit we got to start out with. I kind of do hate starting a league because you got to go through so much crap in the very early beginning. For me, until you get to like the end of the season, where you get to the middle of the season, the middle of preseason, once you're almost close to getting to the end, that's when it starts to take effect and becomes a better thing because then you're actually going, yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want. This is where it's getting to be interesting.
I don't expect us to do a whole lot. Want to finish mid-table? Yeah. That's exactly what I want to see. Perfect. That's it.
Normally I don't say anything about the FA Cup, but like I said, the whole object of this is there are actually, to be honest about it, if I go in here, I didn't think about this, but they are. Sheffield Wednesday was established in 1867, 10 years after Sheffield was. They will be one of those teams that will get used, like, after we're done with this, and this, unfortunately, is mostly in England. There you go. All right, so yeah, I usually don't do that because they're not expecting us to get anywhere in that, and we'll probably be in one of the first 2 rounds, so it's gonna kind of suck. Now, as soon as anybody, and see, we just have regular training, so we don't get to go in here and do any kind of semi-professional training. I know there's a way you can load some of these, but I don't remember how to do it, and I'm not really that gonna worry about it. But we don't get to train, but like a couple days a week, and we hardly ever get any match. Like, we got one here, so this will. You have to go through and you have to look for these, because the reason you want to do that is, like I said, you want these match reviews. If you get a chance for a match review, you take the match review. You go in and you're gonna get none because we don't train on Sundays. Nope. It's gonna have to be one of them off day things. Yep, we're gonna have to get one of them off day things, but we're gonna be able to do that. Where the hell? There it is. And to see, we're off on the next day after that too. But yeah, so Sheffield Wednesday won't be the next. I don't. And there's. If you want to look it up, you can go online. You can go on to just look up oldest professional football clubs, and it'll bring you up a list. And there's some that have been gone that we can't do. I could do them, but I'd have to. See, I want to do this as like a continuing thing, but I don't have to do it as a continuing thing. I can do this as just Sheffield till it gets to the top, and then start the next one with whoever. I kind of want to do it where what we're trying to do is we're trying to get them what we do in our regular stream. We want to get them to the Premier League, win the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. Or, any of that you can. Now, there is something that I did have added to this. I don't know how it'll come down. We won't see it for a while. But someone did a 2014 tournament that kind of takes the players out of the teams that get eliminated in either the Europa or the Europa Conference League, and puts them in a league to do an extra thing. Kind of cool. I really wanted to do the Worldwide Champions League in this, because the Worldwide Champions League, to me, I like changing things up. This is about us. You get to be whoever the hell you want to be. a gentleman that I met through a different streamer is Oi Oi Frenchie. Pretty cool dude. Sounds cool. Been there. Was there for about 45 minutes this morning. And he's doing a like I said, he's doing he's doing a Vietnam Build a Nation. Yeah, it's not the hardest one because you've got like Grenada and those little countries that are tiny little shithead countries that have like 10 teams in it and you'll never get to go. But it's going to be hard because it's Vietnam. His object, he said, is to win the World Cup. The thing, the thing about with me, if I was to do a Build a Nation, it would not just be to win the World Cup. For the simple fact is, anybody can do anything on any given day, in any game, and you know that. We've seen it. It happens all the time. This will, we're going to go into the FA Cup. We might get lucky. We might end up getting into a. What's he look like is a thing? I ain't doing that one. I'll do those captains on my own. Thank you so much, very much, please. See, because they're giving me him as the captain with an 11, and he's got a leadership of 12. I'd rather have a 12 than an 11. I don't know what else we got. I didn't really look at that yet. I don't look at that until it comes up. I usually follow the way it goes. Again, for the first year, this is very, very important because you get to get your players into better positions and stuff with that because it disappears after the first year, and I still ain't figured out why it does that. I don't know. We will. You know what? I could actually maybe possibly think about doing it if I can go out into the database and add those missing teams. Because what it does is if you go in and you activate a team, it'll put it in the last league it was in. Problem is sometimes it screws up that league and you get too many players or you'll get not enough players and it won't have a form to do for it. I did it once and I got out of control because I did them all first and then went back to try to fix it instead of doing one at a time and fixing them. That was my problem. And then it got so bad I couldn't do it. But I might actually do that. Because there are some teams that just don't exist anymore. Where you go down to the base, and okay, so it did change them all. Good. We're going to do this, and then after this, we're going to add a second thing. Tied the first game, 2-2. Let's see what we do here. Yeah, there's a shit ton of women's teams that you can be. I mean a shit ton. They go all the way down to the lower leagues, and it's got like 7 or 8. It's got like 8 leagues in England you can be now. We could do it with the women's teams too if we really wanted to, but they're going to be kind of like towards the end of it if we were to do that, because I think I'm really going to do it. We'll figure that out when we get there. Let's just put it that way. We'll figure it out when we get there. It's a while, because it's going to be a while. 3-2 win. I'm upset with this because Sheffield has an actual badge that they didn't put in here. And I'm kind of disappointed in that. Godalming. Excuse me. Yeah, we're going to die over here, no problem. We're dying. We're dying. We are dying. Lincoln Moorlands Railway. What a team. What a team. Gotta look at this because I don't know what the training is going to be. Okay. Didn't tell me nothing. Oh, mio, mio, yo, yeah. So we're going to go through this. We're going to see how it goes. We're gonna do whatever we can do. We're not gonna stop in the middle of a month. We're gonna go until we get to the end of a month, and we'll do that. Like I said, we're not gonna change. We're not gonna watch matches in this. We want to go through this as fast, not as fast as possible, but we want to go through it with some speed so that we can actually get to the, you know, if we did this like the other one, would it be no different, and it would still be a long journey. I'd rather shorten this up a little bit. The off season, the weekly stuff that we do in between will be a matter, and it will be there. I mean, we're gonna do all that stuff like we normally do. I'm just not gonna run the games. Echoes Hill United. Oh, I gotta take my pills. It's a daily thing for me. Data analysis? Reasonable? Yeah. No. Well, he's for data analysis. You know what? I'm gonna sign these idiots because they're the ones telling me to sign them. And you want me to sign them? Fine. I'll sign them. You recommend them, I'll sign them unless they're really, really stupid at what they do. Okay, so he's got good determination. What does he coach? Recruitment analysis. I don't think so. You can bring all the good determination and shit you want, but if you're unsuited for your job, why would I hire you? Good adaptability. These will be for the scouts. Chief scout, huh? Reasonable. Unsuited. Yeah, we ain't gonna get nothing down here. Nope, I don't think so. None of y'all are coming in. The first guy I bring in because he's actually decent at what they said, sort of. This is the kind of shit we're gonna get in this level. It don't start kicking better until you get higher up. That's one of the things I think they fucked up in this game. The actual FM24 version's better. We did this. Okay. Do it again? Okay. I'll control the team and who plays where. All I'll do is run the game like I always do. And we'll just play through them and... Wow! We went from 5 of these guys to doing pretty damn good. 13, 6, 14 with an even 7. Too early. Well, why is it closed? Because we're in July and it don't open until August. Playing the game. It always brings you out to this. it always tells you these players want to pursuable. And it'll bring you up a list of players that are pursuable. That's not what you want. You want to see everybody. We're going to go from 2779 to 17,908. Because that brings up everybody. And then you can go in here and you can go, do we have anybody that we actually scouted? Probably not. Oh, we do. Well, look at that. And all of them are free agents except for the top guy. So we can go in here and we can go, okay, so he's not good. We're looking for, okay, this is what I personally look for. Up front, I want speed. Of course, you want shooting. That's an important thing. Speed. The good stuff like that. I want speed. I want shooting. I want adaptability. I want bravery. I don't really look at all those, but I do look at speed and thing. Height is okay. I prefer somebody taller because the taller they are, the better chance you have of getting headers that come in and that kind of stuff. Midfield, they got to be able to pass. They got to be able to cross. They got to be able to do that kind of stuff. They need the speed too. I look for speed at every position except for goalkeeper. Because why the hell would I need a speedy goalkeeper who ain't gonna move more than 2 or 3 feet a game? I mean, overall. But the biggest thing that you have to look for is like right here. Okay, so we got Jack Evans. He's a defensive back. He is 6'2". He has decent passing. He's got decent tackling. They're not up there yet, but the kid's young. He is only 23 years old. He has he can play all 3 back positions, left, right, and center. He can play midfielder, and he doesn't look like he'd be too bad. And he's got some speed. His pace is not the greatest, but his acceleration is pretty decent. And he could get better. He's 6'2". Mr. Evans, come play for me, my friend. Approach to sign Mr. Evans. He'll be a regular starter. He will be a regular starter. He'll play in the middle. I can't afford that. Don't be too. He'll go down 8,000. Can we get him for more than that? Can we get him for 2 years? Can we get him for 2 years? We cannot get him for 2 years. Fine. Take your 8,000 for a year, you little bastard. We'll sign him. Improvement to the backfield already. Let's see. What else do we see here? Striker. I know I need a striker. Edwin Essel. Edwin Essel is 6 foot tall. He can shoot. He can run. His pace is 11 and 10 is okay. He is 20 years old. He can get better. That's all there is to it. He's not bad on everything else. So we're going to try to sign Mr. Edsel. Now these are just off the players. These ain't even recommended players. These are just players that are in your knowledge somehow. Dude, you're going to take it. So why are you going to fight it? So that's 2 players coming in. Goalkeeper looked like he was pretty good. So I'm not going to worry about goalkeeper. We can go with Liam McDevitt. Liam McDevitt, my boy. 6'1". He's 9 and 9 on marking and tackling. But the problem is he's got great pace, just no acceleration. I will say on Mr. McDermott, if I can, we'll approach to sign him too. And we'll sign players until we run out of money to sign players. Yep, ran out of money. Ran out of money already. Can't do that one, so I signed 2 players, hopefully. If I sign them both, I'll be happy. That'll give me an up front and an up in the back. Now, the discussion that we always got to have. If you're new to FM, you've seen that they had star value they were showing. And might have competition. Ooh, when is that? We're probably going to lose yep, on the 2nd. So we're going to lose the one I was going to do after that. We're going to go bye-bye because we can't do it. We got Bridlingtown. Have we ever played them? I don't think we have. I can tell right here. Have never. So, have we done? I want to just check. I should have. I mean, there could be some of these teams that we've played. But these teams, you know why you're not playing any of these teams? Because this is our first year here. We've not played any of these teams, which is good. That's a good thing. Fresh meat. Nope, we haven't played nobody in this league, so this is our first season in this league. That's a good thing. 1-3-2 against Brockton. Cool. It's a good thing that you come into a league when you haven't played nobody before, because then you can sit there and go, okay, this is what we got. This is how we do it. Our third one? Okay, so we're gonna add a new tactic here. Okay, I just want to load this so y'all see this. Somebody made that defense. It's a 2-4-3-1. That would be insane. That would be totally insane. We are not using it. I can see that if you have a team that's got like some seriously crazy ass 3-2-2-1 3-2-2-1-2. The hell was I thinking on this one? That's close enough to my other one, but I want my other one. I'm not doing that one. I think this is the one. Nope. I don't remember which one it is because I fucked it up and named it something different. What the hell is this one? That's the one I want right there. It's the same as the first one, except you move the. You don't have three up front. You move one back, put them in that, and go. Basically what you're doing on this instead of the other thing, instead of having three guys up front, you're making a second striker, or a second striker, who can come in and there you go. What the hell, man? I hate when it does this. Alright, let's go to the match, baby. Yeah, we're going to proceed to the match. See how it does. We scored 5 goals with the first one. I don't think I got enough to play. I don't think I have enough to play my. There's a 5-2-3 that I think Stinger came up with, and it's interesting. It works. It's interesting, but I kind of changed it a little bit and went from a 5-2-4 or 5-2-3 to a 5-1-1-3. I basically put the guys that are out here, the two, like these two, and moved them into midfield, into a different midfield position. I don't know if I want to use that one on here. It works great when it works. I did this wrong. I didn't want to do it that way. We're doing it that way anyway. I'm playing a Lincoln Moorlands Railway. Playing in our whites. White and red. Cool, I like that. I kind of find that interesting because in the past they didn't have an instant result in the game, in the main thing that they put out, the main skin that they put out in FM24. You had to actually download a skin that had it there to use it, but they changed it on this. I think that's kind of cool. It does not work on my other save right now because it 4-1 win. I like that. I like that. Webster caught Magnum and Webster. Webster got a brace. Go ahead, West. Go ahead, Webster. Hemsworth trial offer for Rodin. You get to see a lot of different teams down in here that we may not have seen before, and you're going to get to see some others. Set coach and the horse ground pitch size. Now you should know by now where we go. We go with the biggest fucking pitch we can go with. I go 121 by whatever it is because I like them. I like them a lot of room, and I make them motherfuckers run. A lot of teams aren't ready. That helps you at home because a lot of teams can't do that. Because a lot of teams don't come into this that way. How many games have we watched with sharing a pitch with Western Supermod in the Cheddar game, where their pitch was small, and I'm like, why would you do that? That doesn't help anything. I don't know, man. We get a level. We're playing Western Supermod next. Cool. We had to change the offense because that was our starters. And I do not have improvement analysis. Cool.
The fuck off that one.
Recommend me some sign. I ain't got no money, but you can recommend. I like the way they did this. I don't really have, and if you've ever been to one of my streams before, you know what my problems with this game are. And I do it because I can. The offsides is the biggest thing I hate about this game. There should not be that many offsides. They don't do it right. You can sit there and watch a game and actually see a call that was made that did not have any business being made. And the fact that one of the biggest things, other things that bothers me about this game is the fact that we don't have. I think we'll watch the cup game. We might do that. We might watch cup games just to add in a little extra in there, but That game's coming up quick too, man.
Ooh, we got scouts coming in already. What we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? Nope. 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 And hell no.
Ain't nobody on that scouting list. Keep going. You got better. Better find some better. Good for Ansel. Good job, Ansel. I hope you want that job for as long as you can live, because you are not getting that job. Because you can't scout people. Never miss a coaching meeting. No. I will decide my captaincy when the captaincy thing comes up. Until then, get out. I want to check this out right now. Youth setup. Do they have a competition? They do not. So they're not in the competition this year. There'll be one next year. They'll be in the league thing after this season. So I can keep them up this year. I could move them all up if I really wanted to, but head at physio. No. 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 Reasonable. So reasonable, competent, average, reasonable, and it's got nothing in the bottom. Not yet. I will suffer through. Cramp. Wow, that is a hell of a name to have for a physical therapist. Who's your physical therapist, Cramp? Wow. Gotta love when names like the names that just sometimes come out for this stuff, man. I mean, really. But we're gonna do that. I think it'll be cool. How many seasons will it take us to get from the 9th league? Because we're 3 below the 6, so we're in the 9th level. How long will it take us? 9? Can we do it in 9 seasons? Doubt it. Can we do it in under 20? Hopefully. If we get fired from this job, we will start over again. That's how it's going to work. No. That's not what we're going to do. If we get fired, we will put a new manager. We'll use one of our other managers, and we will take over Sheffield with them. We'll see how many, if we can get there with one manager, that'd be great. If it takes 2, 3, 4 managers, it depends on how well this team's going to do. So, yeah. Comes down to that. I'm sitting here waiting. I hate when I do that. Okay, then. Got 2 tasks coming up. I don't know what those tasks will be. We got a match to play here in a minute that we just changed our team up for. And the tasks are gone. Okay. Go to team selection. Yes, we will go to team selection. Here we go. We are ready. We are willing. We are able. And away we go. One tie. Okay. So for our last 2, we're going to come here, we're going to get a 3rd tactic. We're going to, 1, 2, 3, we're going to go down 3.
We'll find, let's see, Gil Vicente. Let's see how this one is. Probably a 4-3-2-1. And ooh. The only thing I don't like about that is I don't think we have a DM. Do we have a DM on this team? We do. So we're gonna do that little switch right there. It's the only thing I'm gonna change on it. They don't change anything there, so we're gonna do that there too. This is the thing. I don't necessarily think that it's a great thing that they did this the way they did it, because it doesn't really do it doesn't really do anything for me when it comes to the having both things, because I don't see that it gives you that much of an advantage, and basically I think it can fuck your team up, because your team can get out of position. You can have too many issues going on with the way it is done that way. I just don't see a big deal on it, and I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Rest. Come on, Charlie. Seriously, Charlie. What's up with that, man? This one might leave something to be desired. This is the Gil Vicente. Interesting. I don't know why I won't fill those spots. It's pissing me off, to be honest about it. It won't fill them because it's got all these guys on the under 18s where they belong, and it won't put them in because of whatever reason it decides it doesn't want to do that. It's like, oh, don't make me do this. Oh, make me put in the wrong players. Alright. We'll see how this one does. Hey, this one could be badass too. I don't know. We got it. This could get ugly. This one could get ugly on any of my other teams. I don't know. I haven't seen. You know, I don't know. I haven't been out to all the other FM players, but I haven't seen very many of them doing women's league. We are Liverpool in the women's Super League. We don't have as many places to go in that as we would like. So, yeah, we do now, but it's not on the same thing. We're playing Clitheroe. All right, that's our next match, and then we have 2 matches, and then we'll pick. We're probably gonna go with the second one. Depends on what this one does. This one could be like, we scored like 6-7 goals. You know, we scored better at the other one, and we actually won a match.
I look at it that way.
I don't know. Okay. Gnarlsboro. Like that name. You better come up with some good ones. Good motivator. As a what? He's a 31-year-old defensive player. I don't see it. I don't like that because I can't see what he does. No, I gotta go in here and do this way. Yeah, no. I don't think so, folks. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. Damn, give me somebody. Anybody that can do something here. Why would I even put somebody that judges player ability or any of that shit in my thing? I don't understand. Alright, so he's got nothing. One very good, no big deal. One good, but it's not anything that helps me. Ooh, outstanding and good, but he's unsuited for the sports science. You know what? We're going to hire this motherfucker right here. That's who we're going to hire, and hopefully next year we'll get... I'm not bringing any of these guys back. We'll give you a coaching course if we can, and we'll give you a coaching course if we can. And while I'm at it, why not? Let's see if they'll be brave enough to send me on one. Probably not. Who is he? My assistant coach. You know what? You can have him. I will get me a new one. Hopefully one that can do a little bit better than that, because I don't think he's going to do a good coach. I mean, he's been winning, so it ain't like he's got to do a whole lot other than substitute players. But I can tell you right now what'll get him fired in a heartbeat. I had it happen to me in one of the games I was doing recently. I was pissed, so I let it go, and the dude didn't make any substitutions. And I'm thinking, okay, you want to find a way to get him fired real quick? I don't do interviews if I don't have to. I don't do media. I don't like media. I think the media on this is the same fucking... Let's put it this way. If I have to do media, all I gotta do is hit the right button. Just hit the second button on the... especially like when you're doing introduction to players. When you bring somebody in and you do reveal, you do the whole press conference to reveal that player. Unless he's a superstar, you do the second positive every time. No big deal. Makes the player happy, makes the team happy, and it says what you need to say. That's it. You don't have to read it. When you're doing, they ask too many questions that aren't necessarily needed to be asked. Your assistant you can send to do those can be a douchebag and tell them all kind of shit you don't want them to tell. You got to make that decision if that's what you want. Bye, Axel. It was nice knowing you, buddy. Simon Seals moved to London City. You go, girl, for $21,000. Yeah, in my Liverpool women's side, I had an offer made for one of my players for $700,000 by Bayern Munich, and it came out and said it's the largest deal they've ever made. Women's for $700,000. I haven't got her there yet. I've actually got a woman on the team that's worth $1 million. We had a player on. I was Ecclesfield. Yeah, one of them teams, and we got fired. Yes, we're going for it, baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Let me get my B license. Move me up. That's what we need. Move me up, baby. That's us 1380, so we dropped 20 points, but that's okay. We're allowed to be. Too early. Highest rating I've ever had on a coaching thing was in a team. I've had one with Cheddar, I think, and a coaching spot in an American league. It doesn't even. I don't even. That was in 24. There was an 8.35. Highest I've ever had. I almost beat it with the women. Almost. All right, we're getting Edwin. He's coming in now, and so is Evans. Hello. 33-year-old fullback. We'll take them both, and they both look like they're going to be badasses. I can't use them now. They won't be here. But I'll get used in the next one. All right, Phil. Oh, that's good. I didn't want to do that. Nope, we don't want to do it that way. Do it this way. Oh, baby, that's cool. That works for me. Now, I do in the first 5 matches or so try to get every player in a rating. It doesn't always work the way I want it to, because especially when like you're doing the only nice thing is by doing it this way, I get to choose the team, I get to choose who plays, I get to choose the substitutions. I just have to rely on whoever my backup is to be smart enough to use them right. comes in as a 3. Yeah, buddy. Eddie Edisol, and he comes in as a 4, 3.5. Oh boy, I'm loving this already. They are going to play in the next match because they got to get at least one match in with this team. Did we win that match? Oh, we won 3-2. So we've been getting them 3-2 wins. We haven't been winning a bunch of points, but we have been winning. I kind of like that. I like it because I haven't done anything with it. I'm playing Hallam. I should be playing at Hallam. We are playing at Hallam. This is what you're supposed to be able to do. Okay, I should be able to go to Sheffield Wednesday, and I should say, okay, I want to loan this player in. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Now, these two guys are good. They're not spectacularly good, but they're good. So I'm going to say this the whole way through. Always do the positive one. And then when you look at the bottom, you skip this question. No comment. Then you come down here to ease expectations. You do that. You do always do the green one. Done. Okay? Didn't say anything about how they came in because it didn't give them. They weren't there, but they didn't do bad. That was one thing they used to do. We are 2 games away already. We've been at this for what? An hour and 21 minutes, and we're already 2 games away from being in the regular season. Cool. I'm moving a little faster with this, which I don't understand because, well, of course I'm pleased. Why wouldn't I be pleased? You out of your damn mind, man. Now, the reason that you do this, like I could go and I get that one against Sheffield Wednesday, I make like $20,000 from that because we're playing at their place, but I get all the profits. That's what happens when you're a affiliate. So we are going to, well, remember we were picked to be second, 2-1 odds from the very first day, but we've signed 2 new players. We're going to see where they come up once we go through this last friendly, right before that game. Well, we're going to wait until there. We'll wait until here. That doesn't make any matter. I'm not going to sign anybody else. I want to see where they put us. Coaching advice, yeah. Always do the coaching advice. I don't think there's anything on observations that I could do. Oh, there are. I didn't know that. Always do the training they give you to do for it because it can help their players. It can help your players become better. Why the hell won't you give me that training? Interesting. Huh. Okay. And I need a new I need a new assistant coach. My assistant just left me dry and high. Who? Assistant. Oh, that's going to be great. One thing that's kind of cool about this that they didn't do before, when you lose your assistant, you do not have, like in the past, when you lose your assistant, you didn't have an it'll automatically put the next person that they it thinks should be in control of, like, giving you advice for stuff, like the team advice. It didn't do that in the past. Okay, we're gonna get a mixed match, but we're also gonna get our 2 guys in this next match because I said so. Because I said so. See, this wouldn't have been there before. Did it put him in there? Essel in there, and I do not. Claxton. Okay, let's go to the team. Where's my new guy? Let's see. Bedford. Who is my new guy? I don't even remember who I just signed. Evans. It'd be Evans. Is Evans in the team? He is. He's playing out there. That's okay. So we got Evans over here. We got Edsel in there, and that is exactly what I wanted. They're gonna be my boys. I'm hoping. I hope Evans comes in here and just scores 1,000 goals. I think the most goals I've ever had anybody score for me in a season was like 40 or 43. Never been more than that. I had one season in a game online. It was the Shire game where we had 3 players that had 30 plus goals. Like 36, 35, 34, and 33 or 32. It was fucking great. That was the team. That was the year we just went crazy. And then the next year they didn't do so good. I still have that league that can be ran again. The problem is when we run it, it's from League 24 and it comes in and it goes extremely slow for one, but it also has issues proceeding, and I'm not sure why. We were doing it actually, and it got to the point where I couldn't proceed. I knew normally if we get to the off season, I'll do the off season offline. Especially depending on how long when it comes in. If we get it to the beginning of a day, I'll do it through. I'll stay and do it on stream. But if it's after, like if it's the end of a day, we've been here 4 hours. I try to go for 4 hours. I have health problems. If you've never been here before, I'm a type 2 diabetic. I have Graves' disease, which is a thyroid issue, and my biggest problem is I have a chest defibrillator in. I have a defibrillator in my chest, pacemaker defibrillator, because I have a congestive heart failure. My heart only puts out, without that, my heart only puts out about 25% of what it's supposed to. I don't have the energy. If I hesitate trying to say something, it has nothing to do with me having like early onset Alzheimer's. I have early onset not enough blood to the brain. That's what it comes down to. So yeah, it's a problem. It sucks, but it's life. You deal with what you got to deal with. You see that if you've been here before, when you come in, you'll see that there's a charity flying that comes up. This month we're doing American Heart Association. Big deal for me. That's the big one for me. We do other ones next month, starting on the 3rd. Starting tomorrow. We're gonna change it up. We're gonna do we're gonna do something for Alzheimer's because my girlfriend's mom is in bad with Alzheimer's. She's getting worse. It's not a good situation. It sucks, but we're going to do that. We do make t-shirts up. There are t-shirts on I have a merch store in the links below. Look below in the About Me section. There's going to be a new thing added tomorrow too, because and there's going to be some opportunity to make a little extra money possibly. I'm starting a new job tomorrow. I'm going to become a travel agent. Great deals are going to be available. I'm going to put a banner on my page. I'm going to offer the opportunity for others to share the banner and earn. If they have somebody come through, they'll earn 10% of whatever I profit from it. Some of them are immediate, some of them are a little delayed, but you'll get 10%. So if I make $700 on a trip, you'll get 70. It ain't a lot of money, but it's some money. And then when you're in this business, money's money. So there's going to be that opportunity. I don't think it shouldn't be a problem with that. We'll have a t-shirt available. And the way the t-shirts work is this. I get Social Security right now. That means that I get my money at the beginning of the month on the 3rd, tomorrow. If a t-shirt is sold, all the sales from any profit from that t-shirt goes to that charity. We do it online on the 3rd, and then we change the charity. But the thing is, the American Heart Association one's there. We've got about 4 or 5 others that we have done. We do multiple sclerosis. We do childhood cancer. We do breast cancer. We do American Heart Association. We do others. There will be others. Most of them are because of me, because of the things I have wrong with me, diabetes, Graves' disease. We will come up with a new one. We usually change it every month. If you've been around for a while, this one hasn't changed because I don't do a lot of. It's a long story. Let's just say it's a long story, okay? It's a long 4-2 win. Go ahead over Holland, what you expected that to win anyway. Dodsworth, Endicott, and Hardwick. Nice. So we got Dodsworth, Ekokuni, Cott, and Hardwick with the wins. You go, girls. All right, so I think we're going to stay with that one. I like this one. I think this one. Oh, we got an injury. That wasn't supposed to happen. How'd that happen? Who got hurt? Richards. How long is he out for? That's a new one. 9 days to 3 weeks. No big deal. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set this up for the. We got an FA Cup game coming up. Okay. So here's another thing that I learned that I didn't know, which is kind of cool. You can. There's 7, so this is for the FA Cup match. I don't know what it'll be in the regular season. If it's not 7, and it doesn't have that rule, we're changing it. And I can do that, and I know how to do it now. Didn't know you could, but you can. If you have the in-game editor, and I keep the in-game editor on, different reasons. For one is when and if I get paid in this game by a team, which sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, and it does sometimes become a pain in the ass. What I will do is, at the end of the season, or if we run into money trouble when it comes to stuff we need to do, I will put my salary back into the salary. So, for example, if I'm making $50,000 a year, I'm putting $55,000 back into the salary thing because you can't use it. Yeah, can't use it, don't get it, don't got it. What's the point in fucking having it? If you can't use it, what in the hell is the point of having it? There is no point. So I put it back in. A lot of people do that. It's kind of cool to do it. So yeah, we got our team in here. This is our team. This is what we're gonna go with for the next match. We need to put this on as our primary training tactic. This is a tactic we're going to use. We will use it, and this is how it's going to work. This is how I usually do my stuff. If I got a team that's winning games and they're doing good and they don't struggle too much and they don't lose a lot, I basically will run the same first team as long as I can. If they got too many games close together, which we've looked at the schedule and we really don't, we will change them out when they're tired, get hurt. Otherwise, I'm using the same team until they lose a match. Then I usually let my assistant pick the next team. Goalkeepers. I've got how many goalkeepers on this team? I've got 4 goalkeepers. Okay? This is my best goalkeeper. These 2 goalkeepers aren't even showing up. Okay? They're not even showing up. And you know why? It's because of this. And I'm going to change this right now because I don't need an under-18s team. We don't have an under-18s team participating in anything. So, we're going to take all these players right here. And it'll change my upper team. Okay, they're going to the main squad. I don't have an under-18s playing in any competitions. Even if they have friendlies, they can just get whatever. So now I have all those players up there. They're not all going to get to play. That's just not going to happen. You know, that's the problem with it. See, we only have the one showing up. Now, when I do this one day, and this, for whatever reason, there's a delay in this, and I don't know what it's for, why it's there, but it's there. So, now when I come back in here, those players should all be available for playing that position. Ah, look at that, there you go. So, they're all, you know, there's the extra ones that aren't there. Everybody's going to get a chance, unless I find somebody that is better than the player that is on there. They ain't going nowhere. So there you go. There's your new team, but I am going to do this. Clear subs. I always try to change the subs up. Now, like I said, for this game, they'll get a rating. For the next game, I'll put in I'll let the computer choose the subs, and if somebody subs in that still has a rating, I'll change them out with someone who doesn't. I try to go through all my subs that way, get them all in there. Goalkeepers are the only ones that really don't get that because, they just don't get it. Doesn't look like we changed too much. Greenhouse, Kraft, Gott, Webster, Spooner, and Pavey, with Pollard being the backup goalkeeper and Green being our main goalkeeper. It will not change. Hopefully we can get out of this. Which one is this? Which one is this even? We are in the extra preliminary round. So we are up here. We're getting in the very first league. So to make it to where I want to get to, which is the third round, and there's a reason why you want to get to the third round. I have to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to win 9, win 8 games to make it to there. That's playing teams that, like the Enterprise teams, come in here and here, and then you got to try to make it to here. The reason you want to make it to the third round. Third round is when the Premier League teams come in. You want to be the away team to a Premier League team, and you want to play them away. The reason, you make a shit ton of money. First time I got to experience that, I was playing as Bishop Thorpe White Rose, offline FM24. We were in this league, this level, 9th level. We got to the third round. We got to play Chelsea at Chelsea. We got our asses handed to us. No lie, we got our asses handed to us. 7-1. Okay, here's the thing about that. I gotta fix this real quick. Oh, come on. I know you got one of these somewhere. There we go. We got beat 7-1. I got 2 problems with that. I got two things. We played Chelsea at Chelsea. We scored a goal. Actually, if I remember correct, we took the lead. We were up 1-0 over Chelsea for about 10 minutes, and then they tied it, and then they decided to destroy us. Okay. That's fine. They beat us up. We made $575,000 from that game. $575,000 for a team like this team, who right now has $73,000 in the bank. That would have put us at $640,000. That gives us extra payroll. That gets us extra scouting. That gets us extra transfer. That gets us a new stadium. That gets us a new training facility. It gets you a ton of shit. That's what you want to do. If you can get 2 there, you get against the team above you. If they're a team that has a okay, let's say you get I think in this right now, Sutton United is in the, I think they start in the what the fuck is this? Oh, I don't want to do this. Delegate. I don't do pref conferences. I'll do the last one maybe. No, we're not changing that. I already got my team on one. Hobart. That's Hobart. That's my great grandparents' name. That's my great grandparents' name. It goes back a little bit, but not too far. So we're gonna play this game against Bridlingtown. Hopefully we can beat these guys. We're playing away, which kind of sucks. But you do, when you get to play those teams like that, every round you get through, you make a shit ton of money. So if you get through the 3rd or 4th round and you play a team away that is a huge team like that has a huge following that show up, we played in front of like 50,000 people. We made a shit ton of money. That's why you want to get to the 3rd round. Oh, what's he got to say? What you got to say, son? What you got to say about me? He's like, I don't know what to expect. Expect to get your ass kicked. That's what you should say. I expect to get my ass beat by a better team than... come on, man. No. Damage his spine. Oh my God, he's out for a fucking year. Damn. Dude, that's got to be one of the worst ones I think I've ever seen. I've had somebody go out for a year, but it wasn't from a damaged spine. Oh, damn, dude. We're going to put you down to the under 18s just because I don't want you on the... You're out for... Nah, fuck it. He's going to be around. That sucks. He's one that won't be getting on the team anytime soon. Oh, that got a bite, man. That hurts. 99,000. How did we just make... Oh, uniform sponsorship. Yeah. So now we're up to 99,000. Did he give us any more money? I don't think so. We got no transfer, and we are $850. $850. All right, so this is what, like I said, what I would do is this. Do I have a contract that pays me any money? $23,050. So we come over to here. We come over to here, and we go to. I gotta get on the right page. All right, so we're gonna do this now. Well, we'll do it at the end of the year. We'll see what happens with that, because I can still sign players even though I'm in the hole. I just might be a humongous amount of money in the hole. But see, like right now, the only players, I don't really have a whole lot of players I'm too worried about signing. These guys are signed through the year. The rest of them are under no contracts, but like, okay, for example, Beatson is wanted. They haven't made a deal for him yet. His transfer status I can't give him, but I can offer him a contract. If you're wanted, you offer him a contract. You hope they're not asking too much. Yeah, he wants 3,000. I can give him 3,000. Okay, offer that up. He will take it. Good to go. Anytime a player is wanted, you have to get. If they're out of contract, you got to give them a contract. Because if you don't give them a contract, they can leave immediately. They don't even have to. They don't even have to go. They can go anytime. Because you're basically still playing under amateur rules. This one's gonna be tough. This one's gonna be tough. Yep, I knew he was going to do that. Damn it, I ain't got no money. So, now I will do that because I need money to pay my players. So we're going to come in here. We're going to come into this. We're going to come down to, where's it at? Finances. We want to add, that's not bad. Finances. We want to come down here to transfer. No, we want to come down here to this. And we want to make this, it's right now, it's at 52,000. We're going to add 27.5, so we'll go 28, so that's going to make it 80. $80,000 added in. Booyah. Now we'll have money to spend on it, but I can't do it because he just turned it down. Okay, I got you. You can leave. You're not that great a player anyway, West. I don't see you being that big of a loss, to tell you the truth. I got enough players. He's a fucking great player. Who am I kidding? Kotz is wanted. Kotz wants to keep. See, now I got the extra money to spend on him. Can I get him to stay for 2 years? I can get him to stay. I didn't even think about doing that on the other one. Damn it, I should have. So I'm going to get him for 2 years, maybe. Magnum, I know I want to keep him because he's one of my, he's going to be one of my main scoring guys right here. He wants 5,000. Can we keep him for 2? We will try. We can, hopefully. Now, the only reason I'm doing this with these guys is because they are wanted. If they were not wanted, I probably wouldn't. I'm not. You see, I'm not doing it for everybody because there's a lot of them that say CTR. That means they're out of contract. Yeah, I want to keep him too. So we're going to offer contracts until we can't. Now that 23,000 or 24,000 we put back into this game, that is done for this year. And then next year, if I get a new contract, I get a new raise, we can do the same thing. And this is why you do it, because teams down here don't have any money. Why are they actually? I can't believe they actually gave me a fucking contract, to be honest about it. And then Bedford may not look badass, but he's going to be. Now the biggest problem we have here is we do not have a good training facility. So our training facility sucks, which means that no matter what we do, we're not going to have a great player. So, for example, we'll look at our new guy that came in. Okay, that's what it looks like. He looks pretty good. He's got a 5-star. He's got four gold 5-star potential. Come up here to look at this, and we can go here and look at this and go, okay, what's he coming in? He comes out as a 40 current ability. Current ability should be a 40. His potential is a 74. Not a great potential, decent potential. The chances of us getting him there, if he plays ever, and in FM, there's some things you have to consider about how players are trained. Okay, from to the age of we had all that there good, and all of a sudden we're back down to this. What the fucking hell, fellas? Okay, I don't know why y'all are having a hissy fit. Can't do it yet. Okay, I don't know what happened. Anyway, we will get a youth intake in December, like always. Youth intake will come in December. The players will come in March, and they will be anywhere from the age of 15 to 19, usually. And they'll come in and they'll be terrible. Probably. Oh, actually, we'll probably get a couple good players in our first 2-3 years with this team, because that's just the way it does. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it does it that way. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to play this match, just at least the first half. And we'll see how it goes. But this is going to be, we're only going to do matches like this that are like big matches, FA Cup matches. You know, if we get to play, like, can you imagine us playing against Chelsea and watch us get that shit kicked out of us? See, offline I don't play any games. When I'm doing a thing, I don't play any games. I just go through them. Oh, don't get me wrong, playing the games is fun. If you ever been to one of my streams, you'll know I go crazy. I'm one of those people that are into this stuff. So it's kind of cool and it's kind of fun and it's kind of cool. But the thing is, you go so much faster. Offline, if I'm playing a team offline, I can usually get through to December in about 3 hours if I do nothing else and just play it straight through. I did not watch that game, and I kind of regret that I didn't. I should have. So I don't have anything to tell them here because my assistant coach is gone. So I just tell them what I think I want to tell them. We're off to the races, boys. We're playing at Bridlington Town. Say it right. We'll see how this works out. We kind of got that arrow pointing to the right in the middle. We're playing in our reds. Oh no, we're playing in our blues. Go ahead, blues. Let's go blue. Woo, nice try. Good attempt. I need to change that. I gotta remember to do that. What the fuck? Oh, good lord, man. This woman, there's this little Spanish woman that lives up here, like 5 houses up on the actual other street. And she walks back and forth here all the time. And I just seen her walking by. She had on like light blue pants, a black top, but I couldn't see that. It kind of like made her not look like she was there. So all I saw was a pair of pants walking by. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I open the other window and go, oh, okay, that's who it is. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That was kind of scary. I thought either some little kid was walking through here. Oh, good shot, baby. Corner cuts from yards out. What a shot that was. Holy crap, I can't believe he made that. Oh, that was it was from a corner. And Edsel to Whiteson to hit. He hit that from about 30 yards out. Go ahead, big dog. 30-yarder from Connor Cutts. You go, big boy. I love that dude. Well, I'm trying to keep him here. Oh, that should have been a goal. Oh, Edsel, my friend, what is up with you, man? You should have had that one. That should have been a goal, baby. Give us that lead. Oh, come on. What are you doing, man? That's a good play. 25-30. I think we're going to start our first match. We'll do our first home match in the league because I want to see how many people we get. Try to get us. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to start it like that. Nice. We will take a corner, baby. 25-30, playing away in 77-degree weather. Man, these boys are sweating today. Whoo, 77 degrees. It's sunny though. That's kind of odd. We're playing in England. We're playing in England, man. Alright. Who the hell is that? Curtis Cox, our goal scorer, is the shortest guy on the field. He's tiny. Man, that's not good. Ooh, it's getting darker out. Hey. Ooh. Gotta get that stuff that I need. I only need two things. I got the chilies, I got the chili sauce. I got stuff to make the chicken broth with. I just need sour cream and the wraps, and I can make probably another thing of cheese. Ooh, what the hell? Good old boy. Yeah, you gotta love dudes. He looks like a biker dude. He probably isn't. He's got the long white beard. He's an old guy. He probably served in with the Navy with my neighbor. My neighbor served in the Navy. He's 78 years old. He was in. We talked. I talked to his wife more than him because he hardly ever comes out of the house. But then again, he's old. 78. And I'm 58. And I don't come out of the fucking house unless I have to. That's because I got a reason. I can't just go running outside because I want to. Especially in the summertime and the wintertime. Best time of year for me, spring and fall. Fall's my favorite year. Fall's my favorite time of year. I'm planning on having a Halloween wedding this year, maybe. That's the idea. A possibility. Don't know yet. Like I said, starting tomorrow, I gotta get online and I gotta pay for it costs you like so much a month, but you're paying for the insurance more than you're paying for anything else. So you don't have to have your own insurance. They pay for all of that. Give you a professional website, so you don't have to do your own website. So, and then the deal is, okay, let's say it's not. I don't know what it's going to be now. What it was when I first listened to them at the beginning of this last month, it was $89 a month. That's okay. That's not that bad. You can make that up in one sale. You book one travel, and you book one trip for anybody, you can make that kind of money. And the amount of money you can save people on trips is crazy. You can go to any of the other ones. Oh, big old hound dog. Hi, buddy. I see you. Oh, I know what he's here for. He's here to get that truck. Oh, he's not a hound dog. He's a Roddy. Hi, Roddy boy. No, I don't think I'm going out there. No, I don't think so. I like dogs, but you know, my daughter got a Rottweiler that's he's probably not going to last much longer. He's been around for a while. He's like 14, 15 years old. But his problem is he's got hip dysplasia. He's getting weaker and weaker. He's not doing good. So, yeah. That's a pretty doggy. He is pretty. He's got a brindle gray. He's not able to walk around the neighborhood as much as he used to. It's getting kind of sad, but you know, he's got a tumor in his chest Dude! That was so messed up! Wow! Now that was an own goal. That should be ruled an own. What the hell was my boy thinking? What a backwards pass. And my boy's like, here, you get the ball. My goalkeeper's like, no! What a goal. Good job fanning up. Gotta love him. That was one of the best own goals I have ever seen in this game. That was amazing. That was crazy amazing. Oh, nice. He come out of nowhere. Nice try. Yeah, that was... Wow, that was messed up, man. You don't see that kind of crap happen too often, but when it does, it's hilarious. Ooh, go ahead, Mangham with the goal, his first of the year. Longest winning streak I've ever had was unbeaten streak was 44 games. It was over 2 years. We just couldn't get beat, and that was with Shire. No, that was not with Shire. I had a team I was playing in. I can't remember which one it was, but I was playing with an Iceland team. It was like the second ever, because we started out with Shire, brought it over, it didn't work. So then we went to the Iceland when this first came out, and we were doing good there, but I couldn't get the team I couldn't get past the two top teams. So one of the top three, there's 3 teams in Iceland that are great, and one of the top 3 teams offered me a job, and I'm like, I can't get past them. There's nothing I can do. I couldn't get my team to be upgraded in any way. I was the best I could do. The players were great and everything, but they just couldn't get better. Didn't have the kind of money, so I went to them, and I actually ended up with the 3rd best team, who hadn't won a championship in like 10 years, and we just could not catch the top 2. There wasn't nothing I could do. So, forget what happened to that one. Something happened, and then we changed to a different one that didn't last very long. I get through them sometimes, and I'll get fickle, but this one's going to last. We're going to do this until whatever. And like I said, if I lose my job, we're going to bring it in. That's another goal. Good job, Mr. Standyland. Standyland. Go ahead, Charlie Standyland. Nice goal, fellas. It's 4-0. I'm done with the guy. I don't need to watch anymore. Now, this is something that people will say, you should never do this. You're right. You shouldn't, but I'm gonna. You know why? Because that's what we're doing. We didn't come here to watch the whole game. We're not going to watch whole games unless it's something really good. And if it would have been 1-1 at halftime, we would have stayed there. But there's no sense in it. Don't need to. I'm just doing this to get through and see what we can do. Park went to Bayern Munich. 5-1. They did give up a goal in the 57th minute. Essel did score. Standyland was the last one we saw, and then Essel scored later in the 59th minute, and then it was done. Good match, fellas. I don't think we should have any trouble with getting through to the 3rd round, preliminary round. or third preliminary round. We shouldn't have a problem getting through to that. I hope. You know, we just made more money. We just made 1.25, but we're up to 115. Oh, that's because I put that extra money in there. We still have 27,000. See, that money that I put in, we still have left. So I can actually sign a player if I want to. I don't think I'm gonna need to. Good job, Essel. Essel. I'm hoping Essel and Mangham will do great as a team. That's who I foresee up front for us if we change anything up. Yeah. Whoa. Who did that? Silby Rangers got beat by Kendalltown 5-0. Damn, that's kind of fucked up. Oh yeah. All right, we got another chance for a physio here. Can we find a physio that actually has at least? He's reasonable, but reasonable. There's 3 reasonables. I'm gonna end up taking. Ooh, no, we are not. Ah, yeah, we are. Reasonable, good, and unsuited. Oh, motivating. I don't care about that. The good there is a good thing. See, the highlighted ones are the ones that you want them to be good at because that makes you better. They at least can do something, but these guys suck. I'm not gonna keep these advertisements going on and keep my people from having the players that I need, the coaches that I need. Fuck that. Wilson wants this job. Too bad, Wilson. You didn't get it. Sorry, Wilson. Go back to the island and be a volleyball. Oh, hell no. 2 hours. Cool. We got our first match in 2 hours. Uh-oh. Carlisle City is in the third in the Northern League Division 1 third. That's not good. That could be interesting. I said, you get in these teams, and when do we play them? Huh. We got 1 game, and then we play them. It's going to pour down rain. Oh, my God. This looks bad. All right, so we are going to come over to here. All right, so actually, they're not in ours. They're in one of our leagues, though. Okay, so we were picked to finish second before we added our new players. Final look before the season starts, and we're still finishing second. Didn't change a bit. Liver's Edge is the team to beat, according to the media. That's the other thing I miss is they don't give you the chance to look at the draws anymore. I used to like to watch the draws every once in a while, depending on what it was for. Man, it is gonna pour. It looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's like 9 o'clock at night out there right now. Damn, that's not. I hope it does pour for like 3 hours. Is it raining now? I think it is raining now. I can't really tell. Yep, I do believe it's raining. The only way I can tell it's raining is because I can see Lake Lincoln over here. I swear to God. Our town is so stupid. So I've lived here 8 years. Okay, my 2 8-year-old babies are missing still. Probably never find them. I got one of my 9-year-old babies missing now. She's been missing for a couple days. I don't know. Something pissing me off because when I went to bed, I can't open any of the windows. So I sent my son up to my dad's the other day, and he got the duct tape. Fixes anything. There's a giant hole in that window screen, and I wanted some wind in here, so I put duct tape across the window screen, across some cardboard to keep it there, and they broke it out. It broke out again. Didn't fix right. So I had the window open, and she climbed down in there, and she had her head out of it, but I pulled her out, put it back up, and left her there. She was still sitting on top of that thing. I have a 3-tiered bookshelf, plastic bookshelf that they like to sit on in front of the window. The front window, I fixed that one. It had a hole in it. I fixed it. It can be open, but Gray was in there, but he ain't messed with it. So I come back later, and she's sitting on top of the thing still, and she climbed down in there, and I brought her back in. And then as I was getting ready to go to bed, I shut the fucking windows. I shut that one before anyway. The front one I had to shut. The last I saw her, she was on the dining room table and ran upstairs. She ate, ran upstairs. Last I saw her. I have looked everywhere in this house and cannot find her. She didn't get in the bathroom. Even if she did get in the bathroom, there's nowhere in the bathroom she can hide because the bathroom thing, the little access to the wall, I have an old toilet top that we broke. They got the screws got broke. The thing, and it's sitting in the corner holding the door shut between the cabinet thing. She cannot get through it. There's absolutely no way. That crack's about that big, and she's a bigger size cat. So she couldn't have gotten out that way. She didn't go out the front door. I've been keeping extra soft. Yeah, it's raining. Extra careful watch of that. And nobody left the house between the time I was looking for her and the time she disappeared. So I don't know what happened to her. My son comes down the next day and tells me that window was open. And I said, how the fucking window get open? He said, I don't know. I said, I shut it before I went to bed. There it is. Thunder. Thunder. Lightning. I love storms, man. Oh, why did I have to do this now? Why couldn't I do this later when I was actually needing it? So anyway, so she's gone. So I've got 3 cats that are missing. 2 cats that passed away over I'm just not having the greatest of luck right now. Spooner. I want Spooner to be my captain. Mr. Spooner! And then you know what? My boy's gonna stay. Joe West is staying. Because there's no sense in not keeping him as my captain, because he's my vice captain, because he's done a good job. He's a 12. His teamwork is a little low. Would rather have like this, but that's the other thing that reminds me while I'm thinking about it. We got to come in here and do the, not set pieces, penalties. I'm hoping my 2 new guys, or at least one of them, can actually shoot penalties. Okay, so why is Richards not up there? Oh, see, this is the other thing. Wow. Oh, I can see it raining now. Let's just put it this way. I got this little, it's a little fucked up across the street. I lived here for 8 years. This is a story I started to tell a minute ago. I lived here for 8 years. And there has always, like in the first, I lived here for 8 years. About 5-6 years ago, they decided they were going to improve. They were going to build there was an old building sitting probably the front at the back of it was the front of the new Domino's. It's been sitting over here for a few years. And I worked in that building when it was first there, when they first used it as a pizza shop a long, long time ago, to an old friend of the family that really turned out to be a kind of a business douchebag. Anyway, the street has always been a bitch, but they never had a drain on that side of the road. The drain was over here, and it dips down. I mean, it's a good that far below, probably that far below. You can hear that. It's about that far below. It's about 3, 4, 5 inches below the regular road. Wow, we are getting a real liver out here. So it's one of those things where it never caused a problem. If it rained enough, I've not had. I mean, there's times where we've had rain that came in, and my basement, if it rains too much, my basement, like all old basements, will get drowned. I'll go down there today, and there'll be probably rivers across my. There'll be streaks of rivers across my basement floor, 1/4 of an inch, maybe not even that, of where the water came through the wall, and that's the basement. But 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they came in and they decided they were going to fix they were doing water lines and stuff in the area. Don't even want to talk about it because our water here sucks. We've been having issues with it for over a year and the drinkability and that stuff like that. Anyway, so they decided they were going to trench this side because there's always been a little bit of a trench there, but they were going to give it a little bit more definition. And they put in across the street from my hole. They dug my hole and they put a pipe across. And across the street from it, on the higher side of the street, they put in a drain. That far from the bottom, the level. It was that much higher than the level. I'm not lying. I could show you. I have pictures somewhere. I could show you the pictures. Water has to get that deep over there before it drains into that pipe. Now, most of the stuff goes all the way down that side of the road because the next closest drain after this one is down there on the other side. So that's fine. They put it in. They didn't put it in where they should have.
Oh, really?
Because of that. I don't want to have like a power go out by chance or something and like get a spot being on.
It's got to be turned around, but yeah, go ahead. Anyway, so they decided they were going to put that drain in. You didn't finish putting it in. Anyway, so they did all that, and we've had water problems since then. It gets a lake across the street, and it gets probably about that wide, 2-3 feet. It gets a foot or so wide, and it gets about 2-3 inches deep. So this summer, these idiots come in and they pave along that side. They paved over the dip that they put in there for the water to drain out. They improved it to us about this much farther below now. I'm like, seriously guys, so now right now it's raining hard enough that I have probably 3 feet of water to the middle of my road, at least an eighth of an inch deep. Gee, I don't have that over here. Wonder why. Oh, I know why. I got a fucking plug that works. Fucking morons. Oh, Lord, I swear to God. What do they want us to create? But what is it? No, I don't think I'll do that. I don't want to do that. They don't make good ones anyway. I'm going to get to when I get my scout. Don't you fucking worry. I get my chief scout and my scout. I'll bring something in. Don't you worry. We'll get it all sorted. We don't need to. We got no money to spend on people anyway, so why are we worried about it? I don't need anybody that desperate. Alright, so we get to play our first game in 4 days. I like this. This is kind of cool. We'll see what it does. My son brought back my PlayStation 5. I'd have been playing it. I wouldn't have mattered. No, he ain't got it plugged into a bar. If it's plugged into a bar, it ain't going to hurt nothing. I don't think I've ever lost anything plugged into a bar in a storm. Ever. I feel so bad because I got 2 black cats missing, brother and sister. They were going to be 7 years old this year. 8 years old this year. Hey, they had physio. There you go. We get our physio in. Good. About time. The 2 black cats that are missing are brother and sister. One's the same size as Gray, and you've probably been here before. You've seen Gray. He's huge. And the black cat is huge, but he's missing. And his little sister has skin irritations in the summertime. She'll lick herself crazy. And they said there's really not anything we can do about it. When I've taken her to the vets before, so she was out. We caught her. She got back. Oh, that's deep. He just sent waves that made it all the way to this side of the road. That's getting deep as deep out there. So, yeah, in the FA Cup, you play, you don't, if you tie, you don't get penalties in the round, and you go and you do a replay. In the FA Trophy, it automatically goes to shootout. Just 2 reasonables. I will take 2 reasonables. I got one, and he's average. And it's the better one. I don't really worry about potential. Oh, good, very, very good, very good. Damn, he might not be a bad one to have. See, I can't get anything here. I can't get anything good here. This is not good. You can't hire somebody as a scout that is unsuited as a scout. Who was it? Was it him? I want to sign him. He's gonna be my scout. It'll end it now, most likely. Who's he? Didn't like that. And Bedford, you need a job. You need a contract, buddy. I already offered it. All right. So he's gonna sign. That's not good. But we persevere. But we do this right now. We do this right now. We don't play around with this shit. We have been known to lose power occasionally. I like that. You see all these places that say, "Stay on, stay there, keep your internet on." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself, if I'm on my computer at home, why would it matter if my internet stays on? If the power goes out, I can't use none of my shit. Yeah, I can use my phone. I got two phones. One's got data and one doesn't. One has to use things. And I'm like, I don't know. I've had Spectrum. This is a Spectrum town for the most part. A couple years ago, Frontier came through and made a good offer on high-speed digital. And we're on the good shit now. I've had two times where my internet went down. One was my fault because I stacked everything together thinking it would sit on each other, and it kind of overheated to one, which shut it down. The last time, some idiot, and this is always what they do, they okay, everybody sign in, everybody sign in, everybody sign in, everybody sign in, everybody sign in. Let's see what we got here. Assistant coaches. Ooh, attacking good authoritative. Oh, we definitely want this man. It made me. Let's see what these other guys are. We want you, Mr. Francis. Francis could be our guy. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break before I do any more of this. I will be right back. If I'm not dead to the internet. If I'm not dead. that was good. Now it's over. But I have the bigger lake now. I have the 3-foot version in some spots. Ooh, it got bright in here, didn't it? Yeah, it's alright. That's better. Alright. Yes. Alright, so we got him coming in for assistant coach. You know what? I want to see if I can bring him in for approach the sun. Can you be my scout? Will you be my scout? Will you be a scout? No, he wants to be a coach. Sorry, dude. You could be a scout. You could be a scout, but you know you're not making it there, dude. Ooh, you got reasonables for everything. I don't need him right now, but okay. Yeah, that sucked. I got a couple guys out of that, maybe. We're not changing that. Alright, so we're gonna do it here, go take this and go clear subs. And then we're going to go give me the subs. And they're gonna go and got everybody. Nobody's got any rating on that yet. Good. They didn't play. That means you didn't sub nobody. That's okay. That's okay. Didn't have an assistant. We didn't have anybody there anyway, so it don't matter. Alright. Better not see that happen again. Already somebody getting fired? What the hell, man? That's terrible. How you gonna wait a minute? I guess it's from last season. Mm-hmm. Green Shade's gonna stay. Good. I mean, they can still leave if they find something better, but at least they can't just leave. Now they actually have to be. A lot of them will have to be bought, but not by a whole lot. Hey, look at that. Now we get to do the phrasing. We fixed it. Now that makes no fucking sense, guys. 14 again. We went from way down to 14 again, just like that. That's cool. This team is fluctuating so bad, it's not even funny right now. Alright, do you think we can do this? Handsworth in the Northern Counties League Northern Counties East League Premier Division clash. Wow, there's actually water laying on their yard over there. The parking lot of the Domino's. Hello. What the fuck is that? So reach the extra preliminary round, which I believe we did. Be competitive in the base, and they don't even regard that as being worth anything. But they'll be happy if we win it. Wow. Gazebo built on Pepsi bottles, or a dome living place built on Pepsi bottles. That makes perfect sense. Oh, it floats! Oh, that is badass! Dude, that is badass. I'm sorry, that is badass. He's building an igloo, like a tall igloo, probably 10 foot tall. He put in a sink and a bed and power from the solar, and that is badass as fuck. And it's on a ton of like Pepsi bottles, 2 liter Pepsi bottles, and it floats. That's crazy. Brown's coming in. He's coming in to be our scout. Good. That's pretty badass. Somebody sent me something saying somebody did something and they deactivated their account. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I am lost. This will be interesting. Alright, first match against Handsworth. Here we go, boys and girls. This is our first match. Alright, so here's the thing. You only get 5 substitutions. Ain't gonna roll with that. Ain't gonna roll with that. So we want to go to, this is how you do this. I believe I gotta remember how to do this. Okay, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go to the rules. We're gonna click on this here. So this is gonna give us the rules. Overridden sub rule. We can do all these different amounts of substitutions. You can do 5 of 7. You can do 4 of 7. You can do 3 plus 1 goalkeeper from 7. You can do 5 from 5. You can do 6 from 9. You can do 3 from 11. You can do 4 from 9. You can do 3 from 5 plus a goalkeeper. You can do 10 from 10. 12 for 12 away. Interesting. Well, I don't know that they changed it this year, but we're going to do 5 from 7. You can also use goal line technology, and you can enable the database settings for the VAR if you want to. We're not doing those. We're going to do 5 from 7. Now when I go back in here, I should be able to add two subs. Didn't do it for this game. It might do it for the next game. It should do it for the next game. I don't know if I did that right. Oh, nope. Wait. Yeah, I'm just going to do it this way for this one. We will not use a goalkeeper. It don't matter. It's not me doing it anyway. We're going to do it this way. This is what we're going to do. Not happy with that. We're going to change it after this game because this game's already started. But this game should change to 5 of 7. That's the way it should be all the way up through. I'm making it 5 of 7 because the 5 of 5 sucks. It doesn't. It does. 2-0 win, baby. There you go. Pulled us up to 3rd place, and only teams that won is Eccles Hill, Liveridge, Rossington, and us. Everybody else, Pennystone. Don't say Peniston. I did it. I know. I should know. How we do? We got a goals, both of them from Essel. Go ahead, Essel gets a brace. Turn that into a thing there, boys. There you go. Congratulations on the game, baby. There you go, Eden. So now, see, it fixed it. So now we will come in here for our next match. We will go like this. Clear subs. I have a philosophy on this that I will say forever because it pisses me off, and I think too many people need it. For one, this is not for this game. This is for soccer permanent and overall. Okay, I am sick and tired. They need to get rid of the. All right, wait a minute. Let's see. So he's already in there. All right, so we're taking out the next closest one. It's going to be him. We need another. We need a midfielder. Highest one up on the thing goes in next. Him. And we're going to take out this DR and we're going to put in this one. I think it's insane. You know, people talk about workload and the amount of games that players play. We're in 4 separate competitions. All right, we've played 2 games. We got another one coming up next week. It's the 3rd game. We'll play how many? There's what in our league? I'm not even sure what's in our league, to be honest with you. As long as we stay, if we make it to the first, if we make it to the one we said, that's 8 extra games that we have to play on top of the year. Okay, that's just crazy. That doesn't count the NCEL. It's going to be a certain number of games. It doesn't count the base. It's going to be a certain number of games. Oh, 100 season tickets, go us. We'll play Carlisle City next. So in our competition, that doesn't even matter, it's the other one I want. So there are 38 games. So we play 38 games, plus to get to the 3rd round of the FA Cup, we play an extra 9, that's 46. Then we could play how many in the base? I'm not even sure how many we could play in the base. The base has how many rounds? So we could play 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more matches. There's 10 more matches. There's 10 more matches there. So that's another, that goes from 38 to 46 to 56 games. And then what else do we got? 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 We have the League Cup here. Okay, there are 2, 4, 6 more matches there. So we could have 50, we could have 64 matches, not counting any ties that could happen in the first 8 we make it to that. So, you know, there's all we play. That's just in my little ass league, all the way down at the bottom. Okay, that's in a league that's in the 9th level of here. So, you know, we're playing possibility of at least 58 games. If we get to the 3rd, and that's enough, we don't keep going. This is a archaic rule that you, okay, they come from America. I'm an American. We got 4 major sports in America: basketball, football, hockey, and baseball. Soccer's number 5, but it's really coming close to moving up into the top 3. NFL, baseball, NBA, NHL, and then MLS. That's the top 5 leagues in our country. Okay? Top 5 leagues in our country. MLS, I'm not sure. I think they use the same type scheme where they do 5 of 7. Baseball, you have 25-man roster. Most of the time, it's 14 pitchers or 14 pitchers and 15 fielders. You start 8 fielders and a pitcher. In the pitchers, any of those 15 pitchers can pitch in a game until they're done. If they take out, they're done that day. So you have 5 starters usually, so that takes you down to 9. So you usually have about 9 players that can play in a game that with 10, counting the pitcher. You have 10 that could play, 1 that will, and if the starter's having a really good game, he could go the whole way and no other players come in, or you could have a bad day and they can start pitching in the first inning. And you're going to use all 9 of your guys and maybe an extra starter who you have time for. But once a player is gone, they're done. Just like soccer. And I'm calling it soccer, and if you got a problem with that, I don't care. Because it's soccer. It was called soccer by people in England. If you look at the names of these teams and these people, he's the non-league paper, right? So you have even the game calls it soccer. So get over it. You have, it's just like soccer rules. Once a player comes out of the game, he's done. He can't come back in. You can move him anywhere you want to. You can even have if you need to, you can even have a fielder pitch if you want him to. In football, you have a 53-man roster for 22 players that play on the game. 25. 20, 22, 24. 24 because you got a kicker and a punter, and they're not normally the same person. All right, so in football the rule is, in American football the rule is, you come into the game and you start at a position. Okay, you start at a position, and if you come out, you can come out. And when you get substituted out, usually you stay out for 1 game. You don't even have to do that. If you're coming in and somebody substitutes out and it's wrong, they can put you right back in. If you're injured, like in soccer, if you're injured in soccer, you're took off the sideline and you have to wait a few minutes before you can go back in. In football, NFL or American football, if you get hurt, you have to sit out a mandatory next play. If you get hurt, they take you off the field. You're okay. You have to be out at least 1 play. In football, you can make as many changes to your thing as you want to. Why is it necessary for that? Because it's a rough sport. It's probably the second roughest sport that people, you got to count in. If you're counting all the contact sports out there that are like that, you've got Australian rules football, you've got rugby, and you've got American football. Rugby to me is probably the hardest because those people are crazy. And they don't wear pads, and they're like playing backyard football. I don't know if you ever played American backyard football. We play rugby. It's pretty much playing like rugby, except we stop after 50. And that's another subject altogether. But you have anybody can come in off that roster. Now with the NBA, you have a 12-man roster most of the time, and they can be substituted in and out until they either foul out or get hurt. But they can be in the game. They can be used. They can be substituted. You can substitute somebody out right now and then bring them back in and substitute them back out. And go back and forth until the game is over. There are no restrictions except for the fact that if you get 6 fouls, you're out of the league. You're out of the game. If you get thrown out, you're out of the game. So most of the time, it's what it is. In hockey, I'm not exactly sure of all the rules in hockey, but you can have line changes at the same time. People come in and out. It's kind of like the same as American football. You can change people back and forth because hockey's a pretty rough sport too. I never understood why you have 11 players. You have 11 players on the field, and you have 7 substitutions. So you have 18 players. You're allowed to substitute 5 players out of 7 players. So that means basically you're paying 2 players to come and not play. One of them is usually a goalkeeper, and then you have one other player that who Richards is back full training. Good. Wasn't one of the starters, so it doesn't matter. So you bring in this player. You bring, why they don't have more players or more people that are available to be used. It, it just doesn't make any sense to me that that's how they do football. After all these years, you still basically have pretty much I can't say you still have basically the same rules because it's changed from 3 out of 5 to 5 out of 7. In the women's game, it's 5 out of 9, which is cool. Why would and the worst part is when you're talking about teams like the big teams, the Premier League teams, they play 48 games. They play in they have the possibility of playing in they play in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. They have the possibility of playing in the World Club Cup. They have the possibility of playing for their national team in any of the number of national competitions that could be around. They could play in the Champions League, the Europa League, or the Europa Conference League. And depending on how good they are, there could be a ton of those games that they have to play. So there could be 100 games a year if you're a good team. Chelsea, if you're Chelsea, and you make it all the way to the Champions League final, the UEFA League, the Champions League final, the FA Cup final, the Carabao Cup final, and the thing, you could literally play over 100 games a year. Same rules apply. 18 players ago, you're only allowed to change so many. You see big like the guy who was talking about. I think we were talking about it on the. But if I remember right, I think they were talking about it on the FM show. It's a podcast run by. God, I can't think of his name now. Tommy. No, it's not Tommy. I can't think of his damn name. It's a whiskey. Shit, he used to be a member of a group, a band. He was actually a band member. But him and there's a couple other guys. They do this podcast, and they were talking about it. And they're like, if I go, I think it was them. It might have been Tom. It might have been one of the guys I watched, Tom FM, or one of those guys. And they were talking about how they need to change the substitution rules in the leagues, because if you're going to have somebody play that many games, you're going to have injuries happen. The more games they play in, the more likely they get injured. And if a fan comes in, I'm a big fan of Manchester United. I've been a Manchester United fan since back in the Alex Ferguson days. Back when they all played there and they won there. They were on that unbeatable teams, and you had all those guys there. You had Ronaldo, and you had before Rooney and all them, and I was there too, and you had all those guys, and you had Ferdinand, and you had the Nevilles in the back in line, and you had all those great players, right? I've been watching it since then. But here in the States, we didn't get a lot of that. We had to be lucky to be able to see it. Now you can pretty much, there's so much services out there now. If you get certain services, you can watch the Champions League matches. You get all this other stuff. But it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever in this modern day, in the way we know that bodies are done and things that happen to bodies when they do that much stuff. There's no way there should be. You should have 10. You should have 11. You should have a 22 team. You should have a 22-man roster. When you go to a game, there should be 22 players, and you can use any of them on the thing. And just like the same rules, if they come out, they're out. They can't come back. That would not be a problem. And you're not going to do that all the time. You're not. There's like times where I've got to choose between who I want to keep on and who's tired. If I keep them on and they're tired, they'll stay and they'll get stronger. And the next time they may not get as tired, and they'll finally be to match readiness where they may not have to come out at all. And that's a good thing. But the problem comes in. We're going to watch the beginning of this match anyway, because I want to see how many players we got or how many fans we get. But and then like the VAR is a great idea, just stupidly done. and I won't say it's the greatest thing in the world, but the way the American football uses I mean, every sport now has. The only one that don't have it, I don't think, and they may, I don't even know. They probably do, but I think every American sport has it. Video, like if there's a review, every scoring play is reviewed. Every coaches have 2 reviews a half. If they call for a review and it's good, they get to keep that review. If they lose their reviews, the other team loses their reviews. But they get it's weird if you lose a review, if you call for a review and you lose your review, you lose a timeout. So you're risking something in American sports. And trust me, timeouts can be very important in the game, because if you don't have timeouts at the end of the game and you're down a few points and the other team has the ball, you can fuck yourself over big time. Happens all the time. Anyway, VAR does not work. If you saw any of the World Cup games, you saw that VAR is way, they're way too liberal with how it's used. Perfect example, semifinal, or the quarterfinal game for Argentina. I don't remember which one it was. It was one of their better players. Scored a goal, ran into the stands, and was celebrating with the fans. That's an automatic yellow card. Automatic yellow card. Not a question of, did he do it? It's an automatic yellow card. VAR can stop the match if the ref doesn't do it and give him the yellow card. Guess what happened? Didn't get the yellow card. He had a yellow card, would have been out for the next match. He would have been out for the semifinals. Wonder why VAR didn't give him the yellow card. If you watched any of the World Cup, you know that most of the World Cup was, just didn't make no sense. This is what's so fucked up about these fucking these organizations. What the fuck is going on out here? I don't know. They worked all that time through the World Cup to make sure that Argentina made it to the final, just to have them get beat by Spain. Why would you do that? Why would you, if you're not going to get Messi, if you're going to get Messi to the finals, why are you not getting him to win? Basically, I think it only happened because of the fact that they got to the point where everybody knew what was going on and everybody was pissed, and that was the end of that. That's the way I look at it. That's the only thing that makes any sense. So that's going to put him. I don't want him there. Okay. All right. So we're getting ready. This is a home game. We're going to look at the first bit of this game just because. So why is he there? Why is he there and why is he there? They'll be mixed up something. I know what happened. What the fuck are you doing? I did not put this in here this way. Where's he supposed to be? That's better. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this team, but somehow it changed. Anyway. This is not supposed to be. Why did what am I doing? Oh, I know what happened. No, this don't make no sense. What the fuck is going on with this? We weren't playing this one, we were playing this one. Why did my shit get... I swear to God. Okay, that's better. And then why are you there when you're supposed to be there? Hey, look at that. Now we're back on the right thing. I don't know what the hell happened. I was hitting the wrong button. Anyway, so our NFL has the same problem. Our commissioner, Infantati, for FIFA, lost their damn mind. They have lost their damn minds. Goodell is the biggest douchebag commissioner of any sport there is. He thinks he owns the NFL. He's a commissioner. He doesn't have no power other than the commissioner. He can make things and he can complain about shit. But the ownership, and it's saddened to me because the 2 strongest owners that have ever been in a game were Art Rooney Sr. and Al Davis from the Raiders. Those two guys did not put up with the commissioner's bullshit for anything. First time there was any kind of blood, boom, they were gone. There was any kind of controversy, they were gone. As soon as those two were gone and Goodell came in, everything. If you look back at the NFL history, before Goodell, there may have been a couple different, there might have been a few things here, a few things there that were controversial. You had some stuff that like the Pittsburgh Steelers defense was so good that they ended up changing the rules in the game because of it. Little stuff like that. Since Goodell's been in fucking commissioner, there has been like 6 or 7 since like the beginning of 2000. There have been like 6 or 7 controversies. 4 of them have been for the Patriots, the team that he had his head so far stuck up the owner of the Patriots' ass that they talked to Gate at the same time. It was bullshit. Everybody made Tom Brady out to be the greatest player of all time, and he's not. He's not even the greatest quarterback of all time. For what he did, yeah, he was a good quarterback, but Terry Bradshaw was a better quarterback just for the simple fact that during those days, 902, during the days when Bradshaw played, he called all his own plays. You could get destroyed as a quarterback. I remember seeing times where Bradshaw would have the ball in his hands for like 5-10 seconds, and the guy would come up and just fuck him up. Ragdoll him across the field, and he'd get back up and keep going. He was a much better quarterback. Dan Marino, much better quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady was given half of his fucking World Series Super Bowl wins. Half of them, at least half. The Patriots were given everything they needed because that's what they did to him. That's what they did for him. It wasn't even close. And everybody made, you're fuck off, man. They were not good. Was that the FA Cup game? Yes, 3-1 in that. So we beat Cardinal City 3-1, and we're moving on to the next round. And we're up to 126,000. We just moving in that money, baby. Moving in that money. Hello. That's the object, man. Win as much money and get as much money as you can so you don't go too crazy. But anyway, Infantati. I guess my son was telling me yesterday we went to the store. He was telling me that he tried to sell the rights to this like group on his own, and all of the major things like CONCACAF and the African League of Nations and UEFA all said no, and this dude is just the biggest douchebag I've ever seen, other than Goodell, and it's out of control. They need to get this shit under control. I think UEFA. I think each individual thing they should have a conference instead of having like FIFA. They should have like it should be like a United Nations type thing. Each conference gets a representative. They elect the representative, put them in, and they do all this stuff. Fuck the World Cup the way it is. Stop fucking giving it to countries where it's not going to do anything for you. But the worst part is. They used VAR. And VAR does not work. In England, the biggest problem with VAR is you have way too many places where a VAR ref is involved in he's a favorite, is a fan of a team. Like, for example, I'm a fan of Manchester United. I would be impartial because if they put me in charge of a team that's, I'm going to call it down the middle. I used to do that when my daughter played volleyball. Each home team would get a person out of the crowd, usually I'll be right back.
Hello.
Oh shoot. Hey Justin. Justin. Grab me a towel. Yeah. Outside. You goofy shit. What the hell is wrong with you? She's really. Come out here, help me. Oh, she's going out. Watch out. Hang on, come here. I need to rub you down. Will you please dry her? I mean, good. Don't let her just. You gotta rub her head. Get her good and dry. Let her eat. But, dude, she's.
Where did you find it?
She was out here against the. She found her. She comes knocking on my door. She's your cat. She said she got gold in there. I said, she's Peach. Where have you been? Huh? Little tiny things?
Yeah.
They'll come out. That was with Shadow. Her lucky. She said she's been feeding this cat for 2 weeks. I said, ain't her.
Oh no, there's that black cat we saw the other day.
You are so silly. What's wrong with you? Huh? Oh, good turn. The same stuff. She said she's been feeding her for 2 weeks. It's not that cat.
No, it's only been like 2 days. No, it's been 2 days since the window was open.
No. You! Where did you go? She gotta go to the food drive. I know. She wants to leave her letter. These little things, same thing with Miss Love. With her Mr. Shadow. I do, but it won't work. It doesn't work. Ask her if she's got one. Oh, okay. You're a goofy shit. You know this. Where was you at? What you trying to do? Huh. What a nutty case. So, I got my cat back. 2 down, 1 down, 2 to go. She decided she was going to go outside. She got out through the window, which pisses me off. Because somebody opened the fucking window. Because I had it shut. She got out the window. I feel bad for her because she was stuck out in this fucking rain. That storm was bad, man. She's over here. The neighbors, when they moved in, when they bought this house, they built a fence around, and they've got about that much of the fence sitting across here. And she was actually gave her the food and stuff, and was sitting there. And I swear to God, these cats kill me sometimes. But at least now I got my baby back. Now we just got to keep a special eye on her so she doesn't get sick. Cause I got to get her. I got stuff if she starts to have sinus issues, but I don't have a lot of. God damn! I swear to God, these cats kill me. And the saddest part is, I knew that was gonna happen. Kind of disappointing, but we knew it was gonna happen. F.A. Redditch. Who is Redditch, and when do we play him? So we got Redditch is the, let's see, we got Botsford Town and Parkgate, and then Redditch, and that we'll see where we're at after that match, because that'll be the end of the month. We are on counting the friendlies, man, we ain't lost a match. Look at that, three game undefeated streak. I like it. We played Botsford Town next. God damn, I swear to God. My cats, I don't know, man. At least I still got my three. These 3 are the elder 3. They're the 3 that were the oldest. I feel bad for her, man. She was outside in that rain. I just don't want her getting sick. She gets sick, that's going to be... Well, the nice thing is I get my money tomorrow, so she can't get too sick. I can get her some stuff. Call the vet. More of that in a bit. Wow. Hey, she was being all... It was kind of funny. She's all sneaking down there, and I seen her as soon as I saw her. I'm like, Peachy. She's like, meow. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Well, she got her bath. Oh, that feels so bad for her though, because that was a serious storm. And I've looked outside. I called her name. everything. She must have been hiding around the house somewhere because she didn't go very far. And that's the thing with my cats. They don't go very far. That's why I'm assuming that any of my cats that are gone, the 2 black cats that are gone, someone has to have. They have to. Because, one, the first time that Shadow got out, the furthest she went was to the other side of the house into a what's the matter? What's the matter? Wasn't working. She dryer?
I tried as much as I could. I can't get it off for that much. She's like, I got it as dry as I could. And she's in the toilet thing, so.
Good. I'm telling you right now, you know that window's closed, you know that window's closed. If those windows get open, one of y'all did it, or somebody's gonna fucking pay, because I'm getting tired of this shit. Every time something gets done, everybody doesn't know shit, and I know that window was closed, and she was in here because I had her on the white thing when I shut it, and I shut the front one before I went to bed, and that one got open again, and I want to know how the hell it did. Oh, I think I know how, but I'm telling you, I'm about to be done. I'm getting real sick and tired of this shit. There's no way she should have been out of this house. None. It's starting to get old. But at least she's back now. She ain't going nowhere now. Stockbridge Park Steel. Link cut by Sheffield Wednesday. They didn't cut ours. Oh, they did cut ours. What? Fuck you. That's why they canceled it. Somebody took over Sheffield Wednesday. You little pricks. Why ain't you just fucked up, bastards? I hate when they do that. I'm gonna catch up to Sheffield Wednesday. I'm gonna beat them down. Which team? Now see, here's the race that's going to be the fun part. How far behind will we be to the top before Sheffield wins? Which Sheffield town will win the Premier League first? Us? Wednesday? Sheffield United? Where's she at? Okay. Make sure they can't get in the basement. Make sure everything under the sinks and all that are closed. Bring her here for a minute when she's done. Up on the top? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I just don't want her getting sick. Nope, she's back in her spot now. See, the one that was the house that we always had the one that would play mom. I don't know, fucking arm, things soaking wet was lucky, because if you went outside and she came back in the house, she let you know she was not happy with you for doing that. Now we got the better. Now we're good. Let's see what happens here. Another game, another dollar. We on a real good winning streak right now. Two 2-0 win. Who got him? Essel is becoming a tank. We move up to second. We're the only 3 teams. Exels Hill United and Rossington, Maine, and us are the only undefeated teams so far. Yeehaw! Got in the 28th and 58th, 30 minutes in between. Good job, baby. And that's a shutout. How many of those do we have going? He's got 1. He's got 2 so far this year. Two shutouts. Both league games have been shutouts. That's kind of funny. That's good though. like that. Oh, we might do that too. I don't know yet. Check on her. She's got this spot. I've got my refrigerator, which is about here on me. So it's about 5'10", 5'11". It's about 6 foot tall. Yeah, it's a regular refrigerator. And then above that, about that much, we've got a shelf, a box, like a cupboard. And above between that and the ceiling is the same amount of space. And I keep up there my crock pot and my roasting pan. The blue, weird looking roasting pans. And she has decided that she likes to be up in the air, so she wants to be up there. It's the highest you can get in the house. So she'll climb up there and get in that thing and just disappear because you can't see her. She will hide. And you can just see her ears sticking up. And you say, oh, there she is. She's up there. I remember the first time I was looking for her like that. She just gets up and just disappears for a while. And she likes to hide, especially when there's a storm. She's going to hide somewhere. And she did that. And I was like looking around. And I didn't even think to look up there because the only one who used to go up there was Lucky. Before she passed, she would go up there all the time. She didn't go up there. I was like, this is crazy, man. What are you doing? There she was. 2 more matches in the FA Cup. 2 more matches in the FA Cup. 2 more matches. 1 match to the FA Cup, I should say. We're cruising. That was just fucked up weird. Oh my god, I swear to god, I swear to god, I swear to god. If I find the 2 black cats, I will be so happy. It's been a rough fucking month and a half, man. I lost 2 cats in the past. What sucks is I've lived here 8 years. In the last 5, I've lost 4 animals. I had to put down, the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life was put down Legs because he had leukemia. And then I thought that was what was wrong with Fluffy, and I thought that might be something wrong with Peaches, but they neither one do that. Fluffy or Lucky and Mama's, Zeus passed away because he had a super fucked up thyroid that no matter what we did just would not fix. I tried, I gave him food different, we gave him whatever we could give him to try to help him, but his heart just gave out, and he just passed away. I went to the store. It'll be 4 years ago, October 3rd. Went to the store. Was when I usually get my money. We used to go down to the store and we'd get food. Come back to the morning and we'd have subs at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Because that when you do that kind of shit, you don't have you get a lot of opportunities when you don't have money. You know what I mean? So we would do that, and he was fine when I left. When we come back, he was laying on the floor, and the girl that is here was there too. Was here then too, for some reason. And she's like, he hasn't moved in a long time, and I like called him and he didn't move, and I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. His heart just gave out. Nothing that could be done about it. We tried. The doctor gave him stuff. We were giving him pills. He had pretty much the same thing I'm taking now. But and now Mama's and we got a lot of these guys up here. See, it's keep giving me the same players over and over again, and that's kind of getting on my nerves. And the guys that are getting in there aren't getting to play. All right, so what do we got coming in here anyway? We got 1, 2, 3 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 1 guy that can play up front. Okay, I guess you guys are all going to get a chance here. That's 7. We've had 5 guys play so far in the first couple games. Can't do much about that, can we? So yeah, so that is a problem solved. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't, I don't know. Someone's got my black cats. I know they do. The Humane Society hasn't said anything. I asked them to keep an eye on them in case anybody turned them in. Not supposed to be happening then, but you're doing it anyway, huh? Forgot to do that. Yeah, there's so many things in this game that you can control and turn control over. Like, for example, they're hiring an under 18 team. It really doesn't matter because we only have 1 team, so it's not like it's going to put a burden on your payroll. When you have, and they're not being used this year, but they will get used next year. Okay, they will get used next year. They will get used because they'll be in one of the league that they get to play in. And that's how that happens. 14, 15, they're up to 7.5. Go ahead, boys, you're getting there. So there is going to be need for those guys next year. We don't need them right now, but might as well get them and see what happens. A lot of my coaches are not going to continue to be my coaches. I'm going to change coaches a lot, especially if they're not a good coach. If they don't have if they don't have something in that thing that makes them worth keeping, they're going to get replaced. I'm not paying for them. Just not going to happen. You know, being down here, and this is something you have to fight really hard against, because I don't care who you are. When you get into this kind of stuff, you fall in love with players. Okay? For example, Eiffel's going to be a good player for us. He's kicking ass right now. I think he's got like 4 or 5 goals already. We only played 4 games. He's been scoring goals left and right. He could be a superstar on this level. I think he's pretty much going to be a alright, he's a 2. Now see, him I could probably let go. And his transfer status is going to be there. They're not going to show it. Is he even playing? That's the question. Has he played at all for us this year? He has not. So I don't really need to worry about him. If he goes, he goes. It's a little bit extra money. I'm going to take a real quick check on her, and I'll be right back.
The hell?
All right. He's up there. Just chilling. She likes it because
It's that deep, you know. She's no bigger than that.
she's not very big. Play park gate. Mm-hmm. 3-1 win. There you go. And we're still tied at first. It's Exel Hill and Rossington, Maine, who not lost yet either. Rolling, 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 rolling. Ah, penalty. Edwin's got 2 more goals. My boy is tearing it up. How many goals he got already? He's got 9 goals in 3 matches, or 5 matches. That's pretty good. With 2 assists. We got 3 goals and 3 assists from Magnum. We got 5 assists from Handwick, and we've got an assist from Whitehead and Cuts, who each have Whitehead and Cuts have Whitehead or Cuts and Standerland got goals. All right, hey, looks like we got 2 of those guys off of there, didn't we? So we're just gonna do it this way now. I want them guys to stand there until they get to play. I'm not gonna do it that way until I get later. Yep, I forgot that's what you got to do, because if you don't do that, you'll sit there and get the same players you'll be getting in there all the time. Yeah, caught. I need my scores. I need a score in there because he's a scorer and I don't have any other scores. I got 2. I should be getting 2 of each, but I don't really need 2 of each because we have 3 midfielders, 4 of these guys and 3 of them. So we need. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it the way it is for now. We'll figure it out as time goes on. All right, so we still have all them players that ain't played yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 players that have not got to play so far. We'll get there. We'll get there. It don't matter with this because these guys are going to keep playing and they don't have a whole lot of matches that are back to back to back. So it really doesn't matter. We got to wait till the next match, and the next match happens to be an FA Cup match. Cumberbatch. Sebastian Cumberbatch. Like the name. Good job. He's a beast. I'm telling you right now, that was a really good pickup. But like I said, here's the thing you got to be careful with. Okay? I was talking about falling in love with a player. This kid is good. He's 21 years old. He's not even close to being in his prime yet. Is this the one we checked already? I think it is. He's a 40 out of 74. He's got 34 points of value left. That could put him up to where he is. The things that you really want to see him get better at are this. It's good. That would be better. Strength would be good. It went up one. It went up a little bit. Don't know what it was before. Some of this stuff you really don't care about. Determination is good. Flair is good. You want his composure to get better. You want his aggression to stay where it's at. His dribbling, his finishing, and his first touch are great. His technique is good. You want his heading to get a little bit better, but it doesn't really matter. He is 6 foot tall, so he's a bigger, bolder guy up front. That's a good thing. When you look at his career, before he played for us, he played for Grimsby Borough, Gainsborough Trinity, Grimsby Borough, and Guiseley. They were all on loan. Okay, I don't know if he's played for. Oh yeah, he's played for others. His biggest town was probably. He played for Grimsby Town, which is in the Sky Bet League 2. So he played in those games. He has 20 goals. He's got 6 goals for us already. And he's tied, the only one that was better than that was when he played for Grimsby Borough on loan 3 years ago. Best season he's had so far was that one, 7. He'll beat that the next game. He'll be tied with or better than that in the next game. So he could become a really freaking great player. He's local. He's balanced personality, which is good. He could become a lot better. Is he going to get there? I don't know. Normally they'll say this is where he belongs. They'll give him an idea of what he should be. Balanced, none. They don't have an opinion of him. Media description of forward, media handling, media friendly, local reputation, agent none, based in England. He hasn't played enough to get the media thing. So sometimes they'll tell you he could be as good as this player. He could be that. It doesn't really matter because, his favorite personnel is me. He just got here and he already loves me. And that's the thing you got to look for. You want to get those players that are like that, but you cannot. And if he has, let's say he keeps on this pace, a goal every game, he scores 40 goals this year. You pick up somebody else that replaces Mangham, and you use him with Mangham or him with somebody else, and he doesn't have, like next year maybe he has 30 goals or 25 or something. You've moved up a level. You got to be careful because when you do that, I don't think I want him to go anywhere. I like Stanley Land. He scored first. I can keep him for 2 years. Come on, big boy. There you go. See, that way when you have players getting that, you can go ahead and cut them in and say, okay, this is what I like. This is what I want. We get the intermediary suggestion. Lewis Wicker. Looks like Lewis could be a good player. What position he plays? Wing back. Plays on the left. Let's take a look at Lewis. Lewis, good numbers. How tall? 5'10". But he's a winger. Can we bring him in? He is not. We're going to add him to the short list because I can't do anything with him. He comes in this next year. He's out like this past. He runs out of contract. He's wanted by 35 clubs. Oh my! And I can't do anything with him. He's listed at 0. So let's see. Make an offer. They're listing him that way. Let's make that offer and see what happens. Hey, if they're listing him at 0, we can make the offer and get him for 0. Screw that, we'll take him. In a minute. I'll take him in a minute. He's pretty decent. It's that speed thing, man. Speed kills. But again, for FM, when FM 25 didn't come out, everybody blew their fucking gasket, which you expected. But they started doing all this little weird shit that nobody had really done before because they had time to do it. And they started doing this. People were testing the abilities and what was good and what was bad and what actually counted and what actually didn't. And knowing what it is and it takes to make a game like this from my previous programming ability, my previous programming experience, every attribute for a player makes a difference to something. Okay? Speed became the crucial one that everybody said. If you had a team full of speedy people, and you could just use a whole team of top speed guys and still do well. Well, doing well is finishing in the middle of the Premier League with a team that shouldn't be there. That's fine. Problem with that I have is this. When they did this little experiment, okay, they did the experiment. Okay, I give them credit. They did some work. But instead of making everybody ones at everything else and just doing speed, they left them with some things that weren't. They did the speed, but everybody had to have certain speed, but they didn't take them everybody else, all their other attributes down to one. It doesn't work that way. Because I guarantee you, if I put everybody on my team at 20 at speed of 20 and acceleration of 20 and every other category of 1, we ain't doing shit against nobody. When a striker goes to take a shot, there are at least 4 or 5 attributes that mean something on his thing. Guarantee it. Okay? There are 4 attributes that go into a striker being able to score. Okay, so the 4 that are going to go into that is aggression, determination, flair, finish, anticipation, bravery, composure, concentration, decision, and vision. Those are 10. Those 10 there are going to have some effect on that thing. The biggest one's going to be, of course, finishing. You know, flair is going to have a bigger portion than some of the other ones, but they're all going to have something that affects a shot. Up against the goalkeeper's handling, first touch, command of area, eccentricity, one-on-ones, punching, reflexes, rushing out, his aggression, his bravery, his composure, his concentration, his decisions. Let's see, we're already at 13. Balance, agility, jumping reach are all, that's 16 different things that are going to go into a goalkeeper's ability to get goals. Not counting like teamwork and stuff for the whole team. And there's going to be other factors. But those are the way those work. If I go in here and I make him, if I go in here and I change Edsel to 1s in everything except for speed, he's going to be a shit guy. Will he score goals? Yes, because it's going to naturally happen, and there's going to be times where things fall to him and it's just going to be his way. But is he going to score a lot of goals? Hell the fuck no. Is he going to have 9 goals in 4 games? I doubt it. So they did it, and they did it all fucked up because they wanted to make it look like it was something. One, 2, 3, 4. He doesn't want to speak with one team. He doesn't want to speak with it. It doesn't matter who he wants to speak to. I can't do anything with it since he's a 0 thing. You can't really decide that unless I list him. If I list him, then I get to decide. But since he's not listed, he's just there. So you have to know that there are certain factors that go into determining all the different things that happen in the game. It's not just one thing. But they made it seem like it was. Who the fuck is Wicker? Oh, that's the guy I just put in an offer for. Okay. Don't know if I'll get the offering. I do. He'll get to play. I mean, he'll get to play. This is the other thing that people don't realize. Right, I'm offering him $4,400 a year. Here's the thing. If he starts off 38 games for us, he's going to make another $1,900, just a little over $1,900 more. So that's going to put him up to $6,300. If we shut him out, we've already got 2 of those, so that's an extra 20. And if he doesn't come in as a if he comes in as a substitute but doesn't come off the bench, he gets an extra 35. that money right there, these money factors right here go into your payroll. They're not factored in beforehand, they're factored in after. So if he comes to us, what the hell did I do? I just did that, didn't I? Oh, I didn't finish it. Okay, now we did. Okay. Oh, what the fuck I was doing. People don't realize that like when you first, okay, so for whatever reason, and I'm not sure why it does this, but for whatever reason, when you come from an amateur team where you can't do anything and you move to a semi-pro team, all they let you do in the first year, and I haven't figured out why this is even a thing, is offer they're non-contracts. You offer them bonuses. Okay, and you'll see sometimes when I go to offer a guy like him, it might have came up like that, where instead of him offering actually for money, he'd ask for a non-contract. You too, huh? You gonna come in here, cosplay, and act like an idiot? Bye. Anyway, you have them come in, and they want, like they'll say, I want $200 an appearance. And that's usually the biggest one. And if you play 38 games at $200 apiece, that means they're going to want like $8,000 almost to be your player. You can offer, if you can change it, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. You can change it. Tomlinson left. Bye, Tomlinson. So he was this for us. And what is he now? I really should have kept him, but you know he's a defensive midfielder, and I really didn't need him because we really don't use that. He's the same as he was. He could have been better. I mean, he's 21 years old. He could have maybe gotten better, but it is what it is. I wasn't going to sign him. I can't sign everybody, and that's the thing. You can't sign everybody. For example, if you're watching my normal stream, which will be back tomorrow. There's like 3 girls on the one that's the most expensive girl we have is Olivia Smith. She's worth $2.4 million. I'm taking offers for her. I want to keep her, but to sign her, she wants $403,000 a year. I can't afford that. I can't give her that. I had one other player that did the same thing. I bought her. She was on the team. I went to give her a contract. She wanted $440,000 a year. I got rid of her. She went to Chelsea, I think, and she's signed for between 125 and 250. Pissed me off because I could have paid her that. So Olivia Smith, she didn't want to stay because she didn't think the team was going to be good enough, but we brought in 5 new players in January. And we got the team to the point now where she's okay with it, but she wants to be signed for that kind of money. I'm going to have her gone before the end of January. We just got like a couple weeks left, but I will find a team to take her. I will send her to fucking America for 2.5 million, because that makes our team solvent. Makes our team solvent for the rest of that year. Add stuff in where we can bring in players to replace her that are on her level or close to being on her level, but might give us a chance to bring in a couple other players that we can get better, because we're not picked to finish. We were picked to finish like in down, but we're not picked to finish in the top 3, which would get us the thing. And we're doing the same thing in there with a twist. We're not leaving. We're playing as now we're Lincoln United instead of the team we were, because we got fired, because I could not do anything to get them to win. Women's side, we're in 4th place or 5th place. We're kicking ass. They're a young team. Their only average age is like 21, so they're a young girls team. We got some players. We got some really good players. We got one girl on the wing. She's my winger, and she's one of my better wingers. I got a $375,000 offer for her. I'm going to trade her. If I can get her to go for that kind of money, then she's going to go. Actually, that was the one that was the $700,000 offer from Bayern Munich. It would be the biggest one that they've ever done. But it's there because if it goes, she goes. I can't turn down that kind of money. You have to know when to keep players and you have to know when to get rid of them. Now, I do have Sasha and Quacky on those teams. I fucked up and didn't realize Quacky, the guy that I made Quacky out of, had actually played for another team in the same year, so now he's on his third team. He can't play for him because he played in like 2 games for a fucking loan. It pisses me off, and I can't change that. There's nothing I can do to change that. Can't change the rule, so I don't think I can. That would be fucked up. But yeah, so you just gotta go in and go, well, you know what? He's gonna be on the team. He's gonna train with them. I probably will only stay in Lincoln, United City, because we're like in 21st out of 24, and we're like so far back that we have to almost win out to get out of that to stay alive there. If we stay alive, we stay alive. If we don't, we don't. Come on, Stanley Land. You know you want to stay for us, buddy. You know you like it here. So, you know, there's different things going on, but it's weird how you cannot fall in love with a player. You cannot fall in love with a player. Now, Quacky and Sasha will stay with me wherever I go because they're my friends. They bought players, which on the other league you can get involved in the game if you wish by buying a player. Gold car. Ah, yakaboo. $14.70. $7.35, boys and girls. $7.35. They're going good. We're staying in that 7 range. Anything above 7 is good. Yeah, so we'll do this every Sunday. We're going to try to do, like I said, I'm going to go through this month after we play this game. We'll see where we're at time-wise. I'm feeling really good today, so I'm probably going to stick around for a little bit. It's only been 4 hours, so we may stick around for another month. Then again, we may not. I don't know yet. I need to go to the store and get my stuff I need. See, I could do this all day long. I mean, I literally, when I'm having fun with a league like this, I could do this shit all day long. It is not a hard thing to do. Here we go, boys and girls. Whoa. Did somebody leave? I lost. He must have left us. That little prick. Who the fuck left? Well, that ain't cool at all. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, this says he left over me, man. I won't be mad if he left without letting me know. I offered him a contract. If he left, he left. They ain't got nothing to do about it. Get another win, boys. Let's go. We play again in... Oh, this is FA Cup guys too. God damn it, I forgot this was a match like that. Eversley in California. Huh. That's kind of. There are some weird ass team names in this game, man. Some seriously weird ass team names in this game. All I gotta do now is find a shadow of midnight. I would be a happy, happy man. Well, my baby came back and she didn't escape today. Doobie 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 doobie. My baby came back and she's not getting out again. I need to get my brother to replace these fucking windows. Break. I'll be back 1 minute or a few. 5-0 win. Moving on, baby. Wow. We moved down in the league because we're a game behind, which happens. That's a huge win for us. Up to 138,000. Gotta close this now because it's starting to get too bright out there. I can't see what the hell I'm doing. Sun's out. Had a brace. They both had a brace. Damn. Brace. Man, they're just killing it, man. These two teaming up, boy, are going to be a beasts all year long. It's going to be hard to take them down. Melling makes his professional debut. I like getting these boys in. Now see, that right there pisses me off. They did not use one of these guys in that match. So he did not sub in a player. He did. Why the hell doesn't it show him being used? He subbed in Pavey, White, Melling, Ilungi. Is that even us? Yeah. Man, look at this. Look at those numbers on this team, man. They're playing a 10. Magnum got a 10. I don't know why it didn't show up like that. It probably showed up after this one. It should have showed up already, but we'll see. So there's our makeup game right there. The only really awesome thing about this is, unless you have a really awesome, fantastically, unexplainably awesome player, like Etzel could be, you don't have to worry about having international team players go away to international teams unless they're the under 21s or whatever. Yeah, baby. 6. Unbeaten 6. New record for them. He scored in how long? 15 seconds. God damn. That's fast. Not my fastest. Fastest was 12. We got Thackley next. 5-4, 5-2, 5-2-3. A 5-2-3. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm using for the women, the Liverpool women. They're doing really, really well. Could be better. They've actually tied everybody except for Chelsea. They tied Manchester United and Sheffield, or whoever it was. I can't remember who it was now. Next match is Steckley. Then we play Tadcaster Albion. Yeah, it doesn't show because it was I guess it was because it was the other match. All right, we'll let them go that if it was the FA Cup, but we'll let them stay there because nobody's coming out. We only got about that many left, so. Who do we get? Thackley. Who do we get in the FA Cup? Alvechurch. Oh, that should be interesting. So now we have, oh look at this. We play Thackley, Tadcaster, Alvechurch, Harbury, Campion, and Beverly Town. Alright, you know what? It is September. It's the next. We're going to play one more day. We'll be back tomorrow for October. Or September, October, and possibly November. Depends on, or the next Sunday. Not tomorrow, next Sunday. I want to thank anybody that came in. You guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you in a couple days, hopefully. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow doing something. There's going to be some things added. At least that's the idea. You know how that goes. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you being here. Peace.